What's up, everybody? Cocktail Lounge in the house. Got Bree Mott, first time in the lounge tonight. Bree Mott, what's up? How you doing tonight?
What's going on? Thanks for having me. I'm pumped to be here.
Yeah, we're hitting Charlestown, race 4 through 8, but race 3 has not gone off yet, so we can have a little discussion on that. I see a bunch of people in the chat already talking it up. What's the strategy for race 3 for all those betting tonight? I'm going to hold off on my betting for our actual bankroll that we'll explain here in a few minutes, but Bree, did you cap race 3 at all? Because I really didn't.
I did not. So I started at race 5, but I'm quickly going through race 4, so I'm ready to start our bankroll.
All right. So Sean, SPN Nation tried to join. He is under the weather. We told him to get out of here.
Yes.
He didn't look well. We said, go lay down, baby boy. We'll see you next week. So for those of you looking for Sean, he's not well. So
tell him to feel better on Twitter. That's what y'all need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So let's talk about race 3. I guess they're still in the paddock, but they're supposedly 2 minutes, which in Charlestown time is 12 minutes. But
race 3. Hey, surprise, surprise. It's 4.5 furlongs.
Yes, which is the rest of the night. We were just looking at the rest of the night is 4.5 furlongs. Let's see what we have in the chat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exacta. Really? How many horses are there? 7?
There's 8.
Good luck with that, Michael. What's up, Jake? Hey, put your bets in the chat. We'll throw them up there, and we will let everybody gloat and gloss themselves as smart if they do hit. And we see that every week, which is always fun. And by the way, Bree is the stable duel goddess, and that's going on right now too. So drop your names in, your stable names in if you're in that contest. I'm in it, and I just saw that I got hammered in race 2 by some horse that I spent way too much of my stable duel money on for him to get 5th there. So yeah, I think I spent 10,000.
You might have gotten positive
10,000 on the budget. Yeah, I did, but it was just barely over positive. I just looked. So come on in, folks. What are we doing? Race 3, the formula checking in 2, 3, 4. There you go. Michael Shepard says 1, 3, 4, 6 for race 3.
They all have, is this box or they all have the one on top here?
I guess boxes. This, yeah, we need a little explanation here. We boxing these things. What are we doing, folks? Got a lot of people in the chat.
The one on top, guys. I don't know.
I'm trying to see the live odds here.
That means it wins.
Scott Letty in the house. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? We've got Cindy in the house. She's going 147 over the 345. Alive to the 1478 345. I guess that's a pick 4.
Get it, Cindy.
Good luck to you, though. What's up? What's up, Corey? Good to see you, man. Formula clarifying. He was boxing with that, whatever it was up there, 2, 3, 4. We'll try to keep up. Everybody throw them in here. Like I said, we are picking up for the race 4 through 8 with the official bankroll. And after this race, we'll kind of explain how that bankroll is going to work. Bree's a first timer, so we'll have to get her up to speed. I gave her a quick explanation, but you know.
And I would not be a good first time out maiden. I don't think I would break. I've done like little contests like these, and it's usually the first one I botched terribly for some reason. I don't know if it's nerves or whatever, but then I come back strong. But hopefully we'll be a maiden winner this round.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. If you read along the bottom of our little StreamYard page here, that you see that it's only winners in the lounge. That's our motto here in the lounge, baby. And we have won. We have done this. This is our 13th episode. Lucky number 13, hopefully. We have done 12 of these, and we have won 10 out of 12 times. And the one time I'm going to blame solely on Colin Sheehan, who guest hosted for me and insisted on playing Turfway Park, which we all know is Roulette Park. I won't play there. I wouldn't recommend playing there. Some people love it. Not my favorite place. Unless I'm trying to, if you're trying to hit a zillion dollars on a $2 bet, then maybe that's your joint. But I'm off it. I hate Turfway Park. But you're a Kentuckian, so maybe you're a fan.
I have not played Turfway in a long time. I pretty much put all my effort towards stable dual tracks, and we don't have Churchill down, so I haven't looked at a Turfway race in probably 2 years. So I can't tell you anything about Turfway.
Jake, throwing us in $10 for us. Let's go, baby. Let's get some money tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get it rolling. Sean's in the chat. Sean, baby, I hope you're laying down, man. Come on.
You know he was gonna be in the chat.
Yeah, he can't. He loves Charlestown. He's a master at Charlestown. Throw it in there. Throw your bets in there, Sean. You know we're gonna listen. Marla's in. What's up? Marla saying hey to Bree.
Oh, wait,
Bree, a celebrity guest up in here.
No way. What's up, guys? I'm excited to be here. It's been a while. I was just telling Brian that I gotta knock the rust off. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream hangout.
Well, you picked the right spot because we're gonna win tonight. You'll break the rust off and get some winners. We are race 3 is about to go off, I guess, but it's looking like they're even more behind than normal, maybe. They average about 10 minutes behind.
Give us one horse that you think is going to win this race. I know everybody's got.
It looks pretty open. Let's see the live odds. Looks like there is the 3 is currently the
favorite
2-to-1 choice, and then the 4. It's pretty spread out. There's 4 horses taking money here. The 1, 2, 4, and 8 are all taking some money. And even the 5's taking some money, so I guess it's 5 deep. This is not there's not heavy favoritism. And who's your stable duel? Did you play tonight, Bree? Are you even allowed to play?
No. If I played, people would think that there's some shady shenanigans. So unfortunately, and I probably would be terrible at it. Like, I'm amazed at how well some people do. They got to know like the morning line, right? I don't know. Like, there's got to be something to playing all the time, and you just understand the value picks, and there's definitely luck involved too. It's a hard game, so bless everybody that does well. I mean, it's so fun, I think, but hard to play.
Yeah, I love it. I definitely just when I get to a point where I feel like I've figured something out and I've figured out some type of advantage, then the next contest I get smacked in the face and put my place. But that's gambling in general.
Yeah, for sure.
I played poker semi-professionally for years, and it was the same thing with that. The minute you think that you're smarter than everybody else, then bam, you go on a bad run and get reality checked. So the best thing you can do is, like you said, just know the odds, do your best, put the money in when it makes sense, and
have fun.
That's it.
Yeah, I forget what track I was playing. I think it was Gulfstream. It was for the carryover day, something like that. I won just dabbled, won bets like 3 in a row or something like that. And I got, it was Pegasus Day. So I got to the Turf Invitational, and I had been rolling up until that point. And I was like, all right, confidence is up. We got this. We did the work. So I like laid it all out on that race, and I don't think like 2 of my horses hit the board, like lost on the win, lost on the exacta, the try. Like, it was just an absolute shit show. And so,
I did not have a great Pegasus Day either.
No,
not good. So a little bit too much into Cyberknife there. He did not show up.
No, understandable though. He wasn't a bad pick. Just didn't work out.
Marla's coming at you with a 3-4-8. Is that a box exacta try? What are you doing, Marla? Good luck to you on that, because they're starting to walk toward the gate here. Let's see, Jake. I'd take 8, but race 3. I guess the 3 is his choice. That's the favorite right now, 9-5. Yeah, the 2 you're getting some big money on, babe. If you're going that route and that hits. You're looking good, son.
What's the live odds on the 7?
28-1.
28-1. Shit.
Yes, looks like the longest shot in the field right now. You like it?
Well, it's just funny. It came from Gulfstream Park, only did 2 there, didn't do well, and then obviously came to the more higher end track of Charlestown. Ran once, got 3rd. So you could think potentially could improve at Charlestown after that, but I don't know. That's stretching for the money right there. But if Tricky Strong wins, I want the credit, everybody. Just you heard it here.
Yeah, if that hits, we'll make sure that you look smart. Shoddy looking for the drinks out there. William Knoll coming at you with cocaine, baby. He's looking to have a good time, a real good time. They're loading them up for race 3. I'm sure my feed's behind. So Tim going with a 134. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, man. Cocaine mixed with, I don't know. Yeah, that's a bad scene. I'm too old for all that. My heart would probably explode. Tim going red wine. Colin Sheehan, you just missed it, baby. I was just talking trash about you in your loss. I don't know if you heard that or not, but
you're strategically late, Colin.
Yeah, Colin may be joining later. We'll see. Let's see. They're off here, ladies and gentlemen. Marla did that as a try, by the way.
Good luck, Marla.
I'm trying to keep up. We got a great crowd on hand and a lot of chat happening on. So thanks, everybody, for joining. We're watching this race. I don't know. I'm going to check my feed and see which one's further behind my...
Yeah, you tell me. I don't want to open it up in case it screws up my internet even more shoddy than it is right now. So
yeah, you had a rough go of it when we first signed on. So don't stream anything else from yours. It looks like the 4 is on top right now, at the top of the stretch with the 6, and somebody's coming up the rail. I think it's the 2. The 6 is starting to clear, and the 6 is clearing out with the 4, and there's a 1 on the rail. 641. 641 was that. That's how they came there. So pretty chalky. No, the 6 was actually 7-1.
First time out at Charlestown came from Penn National in August. Last ran in August at Penn.
Bubba G getting it done
Bubba
there.
G.
Huh? 641. Tell us what you hit there. I'm sure at least a couple of you guys hit that because I saw a bunch of chatter on that race. Tim killing me on the Cyberknife decision, baby. I just tried my best. That's all I was doing. I thought he was the best horse. You can't tell me Art Collector, Mr. Inconsistent, was a lock to win that.
I know.
Crazy.
Everybody had him after the fact, though.
I know. And by the way, a great horse. The horse has definitely ran some big races, but super inconsistent. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
It was fun to watch him win, and it was fun, good connections and everything. Like you couldn't have asked for. Well, I mean, there was other great connections, but that was a good team right there.
Somebody should have let me in on that little secret that he was going to run that big, so I could have added him to some tickets.
What was it, 17-1? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was somewhere in that neighborhood. It was. I really didn't even consider it because I was looking.
Somebody texted me the day before, and I was like, "No shot." Which, of course, then it wins.
See, Michael Myers was taught. We were talking a little bit earlier in a direct message about hosting something sometime or co-hosting, and he said I slow rolled him, didn't tell him that you were coming on. He would have maybe joined up. Celebrity status.
The more the merrier. Especially if my internet cuts out. Brian's already worried about that he's going to be hosting by himself here.
Yeah, I'm all set. I've had to do it before, and I will make you uncomfortable. Not you, everybody else. I will make myself uncomfortable, which I'm comfortable being uncomfortable, though. That's one thing I will say. I don't care.
What do you got?
Don't care what anybody thinks.
You got a speaker back there. Does that mean that there's like a guitar?
Yes.
So there you go. You could fill like 3 minutes.
Yeah. I'll go grab an acoustic. I'll maybe play a set, real quick acoustic set.
Commercial break.
Yeah. People would dig that. They're trying to watch their Charlestown here. Bubba G paying out $16 on that one. 44 up for the dollar exacta.
That's good.
If anybody hit that, throw it in the bragging rights. I don't even remember who I had in my stable there.
What's your stable name?
Alombre.
Oh, that's right.
I had 3 and I had 2 horses in there, and they both did horrendous.
Charlestown. Yeah, we added Sam Houston for tomorrow. Sam Houston is back.
Oh yeah, they're back in business, huh?
Yep. You're 19th. You're not too bad. You got 2.
I think that was before this last one, though. That last one's gonna hurt.
Yeah. So race 3, you had 2 horses in race 3.
I know the 3,
the 8, and the 3.
and neither of them were in the top 3, so that's going to hurt.
And then race 4, we're in the next. So you've got the 6 and race 4. I'm looking at race 4 right now. Let's see what your 6 looks like here.
What up, Verdine? How you doing tonight? We're going to check in with some more. Carl had the 4 over the 5-8. Let's go. Jake's going Canadian Club. Okay, that's a little better. Not cocaine.
Canadian Club.
Shoddy going Rose. Okay. All right.
Wait, who's got Rose? Yes.
Shoddy.
I was too lazy
Cheers
to go to the store, so we got beer tonight. But Shoddy, I'm jealous.
Going Yingling. Yingling for all you northern folks.
Going
What do
with
we
the
have
German.
there? What is that? Oh, German. Good. Good for you.
Hefeweizen.
Love it. Love that stuff. Love me some wheat beers.
Mm-hmm. Not good on your stomach, but
Yeah, you don't want to have more than like 25 of those in a night, right?
I don't think I can make it to 25, but 5 would be enough for me.
Well, yeah, you had to take a few months off drinking too, so your tolerance is probably down.
I know. And so last night, so there's if anyone comes to Lexington, you got to go to Jalapenos Mexican joint. Best margaritas in Lexington, period. And so went last night, had 2 margaritas, and did me in. Just 2. Like, times change, guys. Can't do it like we used to.
Yeah, exactly. Your tolerance goes down a little bit with age, and then you know, you're as your kids get a little older, you pull your hair out and you turn gray. Like I'm almost like completely gray, bald.
Salt and pepper. That's what men can call it. Men can get away with calling it salt and pepper. Not the same for us.
More salt and pepper these days, but we're working on it.
Salty asphalt.
I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. Quote of the night. All right, we'll write that down for later. We'll put that in as a quote of the night. But hey, thanks everybody for joining. We got a nice crowd on hand, a lot of chatter. We are going to move into race 4 here next. And this is actually going to count. And if this is your first time in the cocktail lounge, which it is for Bree, and I'm sure there's at least a few in the chat first time, here's how this thing's going to work for you. We take a $50 bankroll, and I'm going to throw it across the bottom here for fun. And between Bree and I, we have to come up with a bet, the smartest bet to make over the next 5 races, which is going to give us an average of $10 per race. We can give or take a couple bucks on those. Try to make something out of our $50. And at the end of the night, come out ahead. And what we've done so far, believe it or not, is we have won 10 out of the 12 times in the cocktail lounge, which sounds fictitious. It is not, I promise you. 10 out of the 12 times we have come out ahead. And we're going to do it tonight. Bree's breaking her maiden. And we're coming in hot, starting in this next race. Race 4. And we'll go back and forth. We're having the final decision on how we're going to bet this, Bree. I'll take the first one since you you said you didn't really cap race 4. You went 5 through 8. So I'll take the reins on 4, but we do want your opinion and we do want everybody in the chat's opinion here too. So Tim Hughes is up to 4th in Stable Duel. That is a lot better than me, son. I am not.
Tim.
Congrats. Drop your Stable Duel name in there in case I'm not sure. I'm not sure who everybody is by Stable Duel.
Is it Tim? Aren't you Riders Up?
Throw it in there.
Posted on Twitter.
Cindy banging out some Tito's. Hell yeah. That's some good stuff there.
Cindy had a joke on Twitter that made me laugh out loud, I think today. Today or yesterday, Cindy. I learned what CBB meant, which makes me feel better that a lot of people did not know what that stood for because I thought that I was looking really bad.
College basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Cindy came out with the chores before booty.
There's a lot of truth to that.
I don't know why I thought it was so funny. Chores before booty.
We're staying at Charlestown, baby. Michael Myers, this is a question. Dennis Trusty's famous for this. We're trying to focus. We're trying to make money with a little bit of a bankroll at one track, and Trusty dropping Turfway Park 80-1 into the chat. I'm sure he'll join in at some point. We love Dennis here, but Jesus, offtopic.com from Dennis.
All right. So who do you like? So I did do a quick cap, which is always risky. But I have 3 written down and starred one of them.
All right, so yeah, let's start the conversation up. Race 4, got about 13 minutes to post, so probably about 20. On the initial, we like the 5 is taking a ton of money here, and deservedly so. But the 5's the best horse in the race, but it's not going to make a whole lot of sense to bet it at currently 2 to 5 odds. The 2 is an interesting one at a big price. And the let's see, the 3, which is 5 to 1 right now. Those are my top 3, 2, 3, and 5. But the 5 is obviously we're gonna have to work around that 2 to 5 if it continues to be bet like that. Where are you at with your quick capping?
So I was 3, 4, 5 actually. I don't mind the 2, but I would go to the 3, 4, and 5. 4. What's the odds? Current odds at 4.
8 to 1 right now. It's early though. There's 12 minutes, 11 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at the notes on the last race, so got 6 the last race, 4.5 at Charlestown. It was bumped and then checked, and it's a quick race. That probably was it. But the 3, 4 races before that, you had a first and then 3 seconds. I think the horse realistically is pretty consistent, except getting beat up the last time out. So at 8 to 1, I would absolutely take a swing on this horse. Yeah. Settlement date, the 4. I like the 4.
Yeah, these are all, as a quick reminder, these are all 4.5 furlongs from here. So they are all, like you said, if you get it stumbled or bounced, it's over for you real quick. I mean, there's not a lot of time to recover. You stumble out of the gate, you're done. You get shuffled, you're done.
And compared to your 3, we've got 4 less pounds on the 4. So
okay, all good points. All taken. Shoddy likes the 3-5 with the 3-4-5. I get that.
The 2. What do you like about the 2?
Let's see, the 2. I just think it's going to be up on the pace. That's the one thing I like, and that we've been playing Charlestown a lot, and
break first.
Yeah, it's. I mean, a lot of times you'll see it at Charlestown, especially out of more tracks, out of this track more than most others. If a couple break away, it's over.
Yeah.
Especially 4.5 furlongs. And this horse has been up on the pace as good as anybody besides the 5 the last 3 times out on average. So that would be the attraction to the 2, especially at 15 to 1. So I don't know that he can win, though. I mean, I don't think he has the speed to win, but could get involved underneath maybe. But underneath the 5, how are we going to bet that?
Well, the interesting thing to look at the 5, right? So even the last race, you look at the time of the last race. Hold on, I'm looking here. 40. Some of them are slower fractions than some of the other ones we just talked about. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
it's a tough one. It's almost like we have to, if the betting continues like this, we have to try to beat the 5, right? Because I mean, I don't think the 5 is anywhere near that much favoritism. It doesn't deserve this much favoritism. It is the best, the most well-rounded horse statistically out of these, but at 2 to 5, I mean, come on, guys.
Is that what are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time betting odds like that unless it's like Jackie's Warrior or something.
And Jackie's Warrior will kill you in the Breeders' Cup 2 years in a row, though. Trust me, I'm very familiar with that.
You're recuperating still.
Yeah, exactly.
And Boca Chica, I mean, obviously, if we're comparing jocks here, Boca Chica, it's like the Johnny V at Charlestown. So, but I would still bet against. I think it all matters. We talk about it. It all matters about the break, and And if any of these horses can just break a little bit quicker and hold their pace, I think that they're coming out on top. And I'd rather get 8-1 than 2-5 on that.
Yes, exactly. I see a couple people giving some love to the 1 here.
Okay.
Drink with the Stars. It does have the, let's see. Looks like it had a bad one last time out as well.
27. It didn't even get out. 27 lengths.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoddy, you better win quick. Shoddy's sporting a $10 bankroll tonight. We'll try to be careful. We'll try to get you a winner right here. How's that? Because I think the 5 is down to 1 to 2 odds now. So a little better than 2 to 5. So we'll see. 80 to 1 show bet is fun. I don't know. The 5 is the 4th. The 5 and the 4th is the only favorite I couldn't see beating. Okay. Tim's on it. In spite of the odds. Carl says the 5 over the 3-2 exacta, I'm assuming. 3 for a place bet. I'm sure that's going to be.
Likes 4. Typical.
5 over 3 straight.
Hoppin' Henry.
2 has never run 4.5 and not even on pace in longer races. Okay, Jimmy beat me up there. You're right. I'm looking a little closer.
2's run on 4.5 and done fine, but it was spring of last year, and then they started to stretch out.
Marla likes the 3 to win. Yeah, I think 3 is definitely live if you're trying to beat the 5. I mean, that's one of the couple to be live there. Ladies and gents, we are down to 6 minutes. So we still got a little bit of time. There you go. Maybe Bree can answer that one for you. When's it coming to Canada? Stable Duel.
Oh my gosh. We're trying, Cindy, I promise. So there's actually in your laws about contest play. And so we're trying to prove that we're pari-mutuel betting, just a different type of pari-mutuel betting. So the talks are continuing to happen, but we've got a little work to do still. So if there's any letters that I can have you all write and send, I will let you know.
There you go. You heard it first. Yeah, I'm in a non-betting state, so I can relate to the frustrations on that stuff. I do have my ways around it, but you didn't hear that on a publicly live. Yeah. Scott says fade the 5 now. No way he should be the heavy favorite. The betting is slowly trickling back on him to 3 to 5 now. I think you're going to see that is creeping back toward like even money, but I don't know if it's going to make it all the way back. We're at 4 minutes to post. Marla, 3 win bet. 3-5-2. 3 with the 5-2. I assume that's what she's saying there.
I
so you like the 4 as your odd horse out was the 4, you said, right?
I like the 4, but I mean, if we talk about speed figs, they're not there compared to the 3. If anyone cares about weight, there's more weight on the 3, but speed figures are better on the 3 for sure.
Yeah, that's why he's interesting to me too.
But speed figures, aren't they inflated for a sloppy and a muddy track?
Yeah, they're adjusted. Sean from the couch, hopefully. Yeah, Sean laying down with the IV hooked to his arm right now.
An IV.
4 has a 48-day break with 2 solid 3 furlong works, says Michael.
Michael, are you supporting my decision? Do I have one supporting person in this chat?
The 4 is a tough sell, but I mean, it's to me. I mean, it's so close underneath the 5 to me. I think that you could make an argument for 1, 3, and 4, and in my case, the 2 as the 15-1 now. That's the bomb if you're going to play one. You can make an argument for those 3 or 4 horses, though. The only ones I would discount completely is the 6 and 7, which I think the 6 is my stable dual horse, by the way.
The 6 is in your stable.
Oh, yeah, but you got to spend $500 or $250 on one of them.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Short
and
field.
Really, 7-horse race, you might still put up some positive points on the board.
I'm hoping. Just get 5th by less than 10 lengths or whatever the rules are, right?
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I would discount the 7. There's just
Yeah, it doesn't really belong, right? No, that horse will come up and win on us, but
I know
we're not, because we only winners in the lounge, baby. That's what we're doing. All right.
The funny thing about the 5, though, and I agree with whoever said there's no reason it should be that heavy of a favorite and watch the thing blow the field out. But you're right. I mean, you're looking at a horse that is realistically only performed at the same level that all these other horses. That yes, they've tossed the horse in stakes races, but the thing has been dead last, 7 out of 7. I mean, one of them was 7 out of 10. But I mean, to me, I agree. It shouldn't be that heavy of a favorite.
I agree 100% with that too. That's what my whole thought on that was, yes, he's the best horse, but he should not be anywhere near 2 to 5 at the time. He's now 4 to 5. So it's getting more realistic now.
All right. So really we're looking at 1, 2, 3, or 4, which I know we're slowly narrowing this down. Who do you want to throw out? Do you want to throw the 2 out since
I'll throw the 2 out. I'll throw the 2 out because the more I look, the more I don't like.
Okay. 3's out. Okay. So we've got 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, and 4. Are we looking to do just a win straight out or what? What do you?
We can do whatever we want. We got about an average of $10 per race, so we can do whatever we want as long as we don't get too crazy on the bankroll. We're trying to have a budget here, but yeah. So, can we say that the 5 is going to be in the exacta? I think the 5 is going to be in the exacta, right? I mean, either first or second. That's my take.
The rebel in me wants to say no, but yes, I think you're right.
So a key box involving the 5 with like 2 or 3 other horses is what I'm thinking. Exacta key box. So you put the 5 with the 1, 3, 4.
And what are the odds on the 1, 3, 4?
5 to 1, 5 to 2, and 7 to 1. That would be my. So that's a.
I would almost throw out the 5 to 2 for budget then.
Hang on a second.
Right.
No, we're actually 0 minutes of post. We'll see. I don't know how far behind my feed is here, but hang on. You're saying throw out the 5?
Throw out the 5 to 2.
Yeah. Okay. Just the 3 horse.
All right. Here we go. 4 to 5. Highest last speed rating at 89.
I want to do a $2 exacta key box, and it's going to cost $12 total. I do want to include the 3 though, because I think the 3 might get on top.
Yeah, but if it's on top, it's not going to pay $12.
3 on top of 5. I'm looking at the probables. 3 on top of 5. Yeah, it's only 7. Damn.
Come on, see? Look at me. I'm saving us money here.
3 on top of.
If you want to throw the 5 out, I could throw the 5 out. But there's no point in including a 5 and a 3 in an exacta.
So you want to do a 1, 3, 4 exacta box without the 5 horse?
Or a 1, 4, 5. One or the other. TVG's got your Trackmaster's got Remy's as their second pick.
See, now you're killing me.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. This is what happens though, right? You're like, you throw it out and then you go see one person likes it and you're like,
All right, here we go. I wish I knew what the actual post or minutes to post were.
What are they doing? Let's see. I got them on my phone. It's not. They're still warming up. We have plenty of time.
5. I definitely like the 5-1 in year 4. I'm going to put the 4 in because I won't live another day if that 4 wins.
I know.
We didn't have it.
I know.
5-1. I'm just going to box all 3 of them. 5-1-4, and then hope although the one's down to 3-1 now. We're doing it. I'm sending it. It's a $12 bet. 145 exacta box for $2. I'm going to put that in the chat. We're doing it.
We did 1, 4, and 5, right?
Yep. I'm putting the official bet in now.
And what's that? $6?
Yep, but I'm doing a $2.
Okay. I mean, we could use the other 4 for a win bet.
It's in. Too late. It's official.
It's all right. I'll take it.
There
I
it
like
is.
it.
We're leaving my 3 out.
I haven't seen the 4. Watch the 4 look like a rat. What do you look like, 4? Get in the video screen.
But you're right. We can't have the 3 and the 5 in there, or else we would be.
Yeah, we'd be giving money. So whoever bet the 3, we're no longer cheering for you. I'm sorry.
Yep, we're out. The 12, the official bet on the board, 145 exacta box. Shoddy, if you got your $10 bankroll, this is it, baby. I don't know. Maybe you just bet it for $1.
I'm going to put money on the 4 just because.
Yeah, so really we just need the 4 to come on top of the 1 would be ideal. Throw your bets in here. Good luck to everybody. Good luck, Marla. What's up? No Chalk's here. No Chalk, one of the miraculous ticket makers in the chat. Marla is on the 3. Scott likes the 3. A lot of people on the 3. We're going to have to agree to root against each other here, but the official bet is that 145 exacta box.
I mean, we are looking for a bounce here on the 3. Highest speed figs last 2, it's not going to show up today, guys. That's what we're going for.
There it is. We had to choose one of them two to fade. So, I mean, what's Jake Stewart Brave? What do we have here? What's he say? He's sticking with Marla. Okay, that's why. 3 all day. 3 at 5-2. I mean, if you're going to bet the 3 to win, I don't hate you for it. The horse could very well win. By the way, the 5, who was that ridiculous favorite early on that we all agreed shouldn't have been that heavy of a favorite, is now even money.
1-1.
Making a whole lot more sense.
We're all gonna eat it, and the 2 is gonna win. That's what's gonna happen.
That was my pick. You're gonna hear it from me. No, we win. Only winners in the lounge, baby. That's what we're doing. Every week we are 10 for 12, and we can throw Collins out, so I'll call it 10 for 11. We had one bad week. We had one bad week, and I think Trust You is in on that one. Always got to have an excuse. Todd, look at this bet. Look at this. This bet here makes no sense to me. I go through this every week.
135
Does
over
a bet like that ever make sense to you, Bree?
135.
Singling the middle position on a trifecta like that. It just doesn't. I can't wrap my head around it.
I mean,
no disrespect to you, Todd, because you're not even close to the first person to throw something like that at me, but I can't wrap my head around that logic at all.
So think through it, and Todd, correct us if I'm wrong. So he literally is just saying he knows in his heart of hearts that the 4 is going to get second.
Yeah, she's
the other ones are in the mix.
Wouldn't it be easier to commit to the top horse or the third horse though? I mean, like if you're going to do that versus I guarantee this one's going to one of these 3 is going to win. One of these 3 is going to be third, but this one for sure is going to be between them. I can't Can't do it.
I just have so much anxiety of like the what ifs. I mean, you've got nerves of steel for that for sure.
There you go. Tom making sense of it. If the horse has second, like Hot Rod Charlie a year or two back when he kept getting secondary race, they're off, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. And that 5 is doing what that 5 was supposed to do. And that 5 and 1 are branching out hard. Trying to see how far behind my feet is here. But they are punched out right now. The 4 is in range, and I can't see who's on the outside. I guess it's the 6.
Yeah, that's your stable.
And here's the 3. Here's the 3. Come on with the 1. The 5 is at the top of the stretch now. The 5 looks like he's in good spot here. The second place is still somewhat up for grabs, but the 1 now coming up on the 5. The 3 is coming on the outside with the 4. The 4 could get up. The 4 could get up for second. It's going to come 5, 1, 4. So we did hit there, but it was chalky. 4 almost made it.
No, the 5 went off at 5 to 1. Excuse me, the 1 went off at 5 to 1.
Yeah. Which was the third choice. So I think we probably did all right there. Let's see. It was 5-1. That 5-1 exacta should pay about $8. So we should have we're gonna come out ahead there for sure. So
let's quit now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. All right, that's a wrap, guys.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah. No, we win. We win in the lounge, baby. That's what we do. Get used to it. That was a hectic battle we had with ourselves.
The 4 was third, went back, and then I thought when backed up that it was not going any other direction, but and the 3
seriously, that I believed in the 4 for a second there, and then it backed up, and then it came back. It was a weird race.
So
but hey,
5, 1, 4, 3. All right, we got warmed up.
We're in the positive, not by much. I think we had we're probably gonna end up around $16 on a $12 bet, so not fantastic, but definitely not a loss. And if that 4 would have got up, we got a little bit better there.
I mean, good that we threw the 3 out though.
Hey, I'm not complaining. You did it there. That was your call, because I would have until you made that point. I went and looked at the probable with the 1 or the 5 and the 3, and realized that it was a losing proposition on that.
That's one thing that I think you learn. It's taken me a long time to learn. Like I used to be one of those. First of all, I used to be like $2 better. But then I would do like, oh, well, I think this one's going to win too. Well, maybe this one's going to win. So I would do like 4 win bets for one race just because I just didn't want to lose. But then you learn like risk, reward, and risk. And, so it takes a while. I think for me, it took a while. There you go.
No, everybody. All right. So that paid $8.90.
And we had it twice. We paid $8.90.
Exactly, paid $8.90 twice. So we'll update that bankroll. It's a lot of math, ladies and gentlemen.
It is some math.
But we are going to be at you with $55.80. We made a total of about $6 on that gem.
Should have done the 50-cent trifecta.
No doubt. That was, what did that end up paying? We had it.
20 for 50 cents. So we would have had, it would have been $3, right? So
yeah, we would have hit it twice at least, probably. So
the woulda, shouldas, real.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain because I was not super confident in that race the way the odds broke out. But we are up. There's the updated bankroll there, $55.80 from here. So we're off to a reasonable start.
We're rolling.
As a did you hit Shoddy? Did you bet with us? We're trying to make you money here. You had a $10 budget. We're trying to make you some money. Trying to feed the kids. Bree's got a baby in the house.
She does.
Trying to feed the kids.
Daddy on duty. Daddy on duty so mommy can wager.
That's it. I like it. It's a good man.
Yes, for sure. I will say the whole I work from home, but we'll call it stay-at-home mom right now. More stay-at-home moms need to become horse racing gamblers because Makes the day a lot more fun.
Well, I got news for you. There's a lot of people who can't, that shouldn't do that. You must have good self-control because there's a lot of people who can't, ladies and gentlemen, who can't handle that type of ebbs and flows of how gambling goes. Some people can do it and some people can't.
No, I hear you. It's an emotional wreck. I had a good day at Parks yesterday, so that's probably the only reason I'm over here laughing.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. You talked to me after after the Breeders' Cup. I was gloating for like 2 months straight because I had an awesome Breeders' Cup. And then, you have a day like the last couple of days at Gulfstream. I'm on suicide watch.
Gulfstream's been hard.
It has. It's been real hard. Hey, Shoddy, at least you got the rosé kicking. Keep that moving. That's good salvation with your, let's see. Do you have any, if you got any of that bankroll left, though? We got some answers coming up in race 5 coming up next. Bree went to the trusty school of betting. That is an insult, sir.
I did? What did I do?
That is an insult.
What does Trusty give?
I don't know, but that is an insult.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some more color to that comment, please. Lemon blackberry water.
Okay, Marla.
Bougie Marla.
That does sound fancy.
My main pick, of course, scratched. So I need to go back to the drawing board here on the next one.
And Colin, you're not wrong. I still am gloating. You're right. That was a good time.
What was your best bet of Breeders' Cup?
I had 2 that I could gloat up pretty good. I had the Forte over Cave Rock Exacta for $50. And then I had Malathot for a lot on Malathot to win.
I'm so pissed at that one. I love that filly, and I didn't bet that race at all, I don't think.
That was my biggest bet of the weekend, and it was such an exciting and close race that it was like, it made it that much cooler to win because I had no idea that I thought I had won at the wire, but you couldn't tell.
And not that horse markings like changed the race at all, but her face, when you saw like the duel of her face, like it was just, I don't know, it was next level.
We all voted for that when we did like the year-end thing on our Trust the Profits channel. That was the best race of the year. That was a cool race to distaff because it was so competitive. Let's see here. We're gonna get moving here on race 5. Again, we made a slight profit there. Race 4. We are not leaving the lounge tonight without a little more profit than that. That's all we do. That's all we do is win here, baby. That's why we're here for 10 out of 11 times, Colin.
So Brian, answer a question for me. So if you're looking at the PPs, so these are the Equibase PPs that I have. If you've got those and you look at the 2-horse EJ's Revenge second race back, the little asterisks by its finishing position of second by 1 3/4. What's the asterisk for?
I only have the cliff notes in front of me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. If anybody knows, I want to know what the asterisks mean. I don't know what
Say it again now, though, because I'll pull it up. I only have the cliff notes in front of me with my little dumb handwritten notes all over it.
So on the PPs for that 2-horse EJ's Revenge, like sometimes they'll put an asterisk next to like the finishing position of the race, and I just want to know what it means. I think it might be that there's a DQ or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, might have had a disqualification in there.
Okay.
That's what my guess is without looking. But have you ever seen anything like this, Bree? Colin, with this, it's an unhealthy obsession. He obsesses over certain horses. It's wild. He's obsessed with Loggins. I think it's a Kenny Loggins thing. If you remember, like the Top Gun theme song and all that stuff. But I don't know. He was kind of like that last year. There's a couple other horses he was like that with. Just obsessed.
Plowman?
Yeah. Yeah, and we just give him all types of shit for it because it's fun.
Stage 5 clinger on a few horses.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like it's like I wouldn't trust him alone in the barn. I don't know. It's one of those deals. Like a Jerry Sandusky type situation. I don't know.
Oh God, you know I'm a Penn Stater, right?
Are you really? No, I didn't know that. It's an amazing coincidence, though. So I don't have to tell you twice who Jerry Sandusky is then.
You do not, unfortunately. I know all too well. Granted, I was overseas when the drama went down, but I had already been to and left Penn State at that point.
I'm from Big Ten country, so very familiar with Joe Pa and Sandusky and that whole deal. And the Nittany Lions. Hey,
Yep.
They went through a lot that college.
They
and
did.
It took them a few years to get through that too, because they got a lot of bad press out of one a-hole. Which
they put like
super
even
unfortunate.
And really, Joe Pa, I've got nothing but respect for him. I know people have different feelings, but like, you know, how they handle games when they're up by so much, how he stripped the names off of the back of the jerseys because it's a team, not, you know, you. Like, those are just really cool, you know, traditions, whatever it's called, that he put into that school. And they took them out. They put the names on the jerseys for a little while, but they're back off again, which is nice to see.
Yeah, anytime you have a scandal like that, it's there's a lot of people who take some hits that don't necessarily deserve it. And of course, like, you know, neither of us were there to know how much involvement there was for anybody else, but whatever. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shrapnel taken by innocent people too, so who knows?
That's a good way to say it, for sure.
All right, so your impressions on race 5 early on. I'm going to let you have the first words on this one now, and then I'll try to beat some sense into you like you beat some sense into me last time. A little trade-off. That's how we roll in the lounge, though. We usually we take turns taking the first stand and then talking each other off the ledge.
So I was strongly on the 4, which is obviously is scratched now. So I'm kind of regrouping here. I don't mind the 6 horse Golden Key here, 5-1 morning line. Uncle Lino was a big thing. Also at Parks. Uncle Lino was at Parks too. Sire. So and I don't hate the Golden Key, the 5. Obviously, the favorite is something to look at, Fully Connected. Boca Chica, but Boca Chica just got beat. No, wait, Boca Chica just won. So he was our 5 in the last one with Runco. And so this is with Farior, 39%.
Barrier, yeah. This one, the 5 is 1-1 even money right now. Second choice is the 6, who I believe you just said also.
Yeah, right? And unfortunately, I feel like that fits. I think the 5 is more deserving to be a favorite in this race than the last, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Pace and speed figure wise. Tom explains you the asterisk is the DQ.
It is okay.
Yep. I thought so too.
Thanks,
let's see. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Tom's always bringing some good knowledge into the chat every week. Appreciate that. Yes, Shoddy, thank you. It is Barber Road was one of Colin's other unhealthy Sandusky obsessions. And why am I drawing a blank? Come on, Colin. You know what I'm talking about. The biggest one of the year. I mean, you couldn't get away from it. You'd have a conversation and he wouldn't. He probably made 10 videos about him last year. As the president of the Barber Road fan club, would you like to hear about our favorite non-winner trained by Johnny Ortiz, Barber Road? Yeah. Barber Road, a legend. Thanks, Jake.
At the end means the tipster thinks it may have a good chance of winning in the race it's now in. At the end. Are we being serious?
I'm trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to decipher that.
There's asterisks on.
He does say he was wrong twice, so I don't know.
There's asterisks on the odds, and I think that means the post-time favorite.
Epicenter. That was the obvious one I couldn't come up with for his unhealthy obsession. Sorry. Okay, we'll drop that subject now. Colin, you're a star with your Sandusky obsessions. Jump on later if you can, Colin. He said he might be able to jump in. Let's see. Todd, 5638 box.
5638.
Those are currently the 4 top choices. Shoddy, 5 with the 236. That one makes more sense, except I think I like the 6 a little bit too, though, to maybe be on top. But I do think the 5 is. So my take on what you said, because you said you like the 6 a little bit too. I definitely like the 6 and the 5 a lot more than anybody else in the race. I think those two are.
I mean, you could argue a little bit with the 2 here, just because he's running in a little bit higher class. I'm putting that in quotes because it's not really a class, but higher class races than the 6. Well, claiming 40.
No Chalk likes the 3-6 straight exacta. And then you have a 5/6 exacta. I'm sorry, 5/3 exacta. 5/3. 3 and 6 are both 4-1 right now, live odds.
7 is out. That horse.
Tough.
Laurel 5.5, Pimlico. The 8 is woof.
I kind of like the 6, 5, and 3 in some sort of box or key box or something like that. I do think the 3, although the 6 is getting just as good at odds right now, so if it stays like that, I would just say 5 and 6 would be.
See, I might push your 2 into the mix that you tried to push the last time.
I like the 2 a little bit too. I mean, it's my 4th choice, but it's not far off. Just as my piece. And you can have the final call on this one. We're going back and forth on that. I took the final call in the last race. You could have the final call on this one. But yeah, that's my piece. I think my orders 5 and 6 dead even, and then 3 and 2 pretty even for 3rd and 4th. So I don't think we're not talking very far apart here.
Duel between Weekend, Pacemat, Relented. Oh,
Marla talking the.
I'm just trying to beat some of these lower prices. So what's the 2's live? What are we looking at live for the 2 here?
11-1. The 2 is definitely the price out of that group that we're talking about. It's 11-1 now. The 6 is 7-2. 5 is even money, and 3 is now 4-1. And the cocktail lounge is known to move the needle at Charlestown. When we start pushing a horse, that the pools are so small there that I think that we can actually move the needle.
Yeah. Well, I think the big worry.
I'm going to go that far.
The big worry on the 2 ran like 10 days ago.
Look at this. Scott Letty says he likes the 2, the 2 likes Charlestown.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
Sean comes right back at you with 2-3-5.
Ooh, Sean's fading the fave. Hard.
Okay.
Ballsy. Sick, but still ballsy.
I like it. I cannot come off the 5, though, to at least be involved. I can't.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do...
5's at least going to be in second, isn't he? Come on. That's the same thing I said last time. And I mean, it's very similar to the last race. It really is. You had the heavy favorite, and then 2 or 3 unders. Interesting. Bree, it is on you. I had to make the call last time. It wasn't an easy call. We made a small profit, but let's go.
I don't see the 5 losing. So at that point, we might as well
key him on top, right?
Yeah. Key the 5 on top. And so then we could just do 5 keyed over 6, 3, and 2. Or yeah, we might as well and hope that 2
I like that.
A bigger race.
I like that. It's a $3 bet, right? No, 5/632 is yeah.
$6?
I don't know.
Hold on, I got it right here. Let me do it.
It's $3 for $1. 5 over 236, right?
2, 3, 6. Yeah, $3.
So we do a $3 or $4 one of those. So a $12 total bet.
Well, hold on there.
Let me check on these probables here. This 5 exacta right now. Over the 3 pays $4. Over the 6 pays $8. Over the 2 pays 17. So even the worst, even the 3 horse there, 5 over the 3 would pay. It would break us even.
$1.
Yeah, it'd be a break even or a minute profit, whereas the 2 and the 6 would give us a nice little profit.
Do we want to drop the 3 and put money elsewhere?
Depends. Are we gonna come out with a positive ROI? That's the question. We try. We always only winners in the lounge. That's the pressure. We just got to come out ahead. Let's see here. We have
So the 3 just went. Either way, we don't know what's going to happen because the 3 just went to 4-1. So we actually would make more money on the 3 than the 6 at this point. So
and the pools are small, so it moves a lot even after after we see what we think is final. It's not final.
So I should put 100 on the 2 and see what happens.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Heck yeah, Marla. It's good times. Exactly. That's what we're here doing. We're trying to make a little money, have some fun. There's a lot of people on. This is maybe the best cocktail lounge turnout we've had or close to it. So thanks everybody for joining. If you're just joining, we made a small profit race 4. We got race 5 about to go off here in 1 minute. Bree's making the final call. We've already discussed our strategy to a point. Let's see. Todd goes 5 with the 3-2. What is this, Todd? 5 with the 3-2. I can't. This is a super with another single in the middle of it. Come on, baby.
Pat, if any of these hit, you have to show the ticket.
Yeah, please. And then shove it down my throat that I should have listened to you. And I will actually eat my words. I love it. 5-3 all trifecta. See, now that's how, if you're going to do something like that, that makes more sense than singling something in the middle of the super. I don't know.
So he puts
call it what you will.
There.
Bree is coming in hot here with an answer. We have about a minute or something. Uh-oh, look who's joining now.
Hey. I just got done recording about 18 things, and I was like, I'm going to pop in and see how these 2 kids are doing.
I love it.
So far, so good. Have you capped Charlestown in the midst of all your other capping this week, Matt?
No, but I'm here for it.
Say, Bree might need a little assistance. We have 1 minute, less than a minute to post here.
I know. I'm looking at them. So what? So all right. So we were thinking 5 keyed over 6, 3, and 2. I mean, I'm fine with that.
6.
Let's do that. I like that.
2. That makes sense. And I will say the 5 is used by 61% of stables in the stable duel contest. So overwhelmingly heavy favorite there in stable duel.
I'm no longer interested in the stable duel contest. I don't think. I think I blew that up in race 4.
What'd you ask, Bree?
What do you guys have in this race for your stables?
I have the 5. That's what I have.
That looks like, I can't keep track of it all now, but I'm going to put the official bet in for that. We're going to do that 5 keyed over the 2, 3, 6. Okay.
So you 2 shared the same horse in race 4 with Bossy Boogs, which did put +5.
Yeah.
But Matthew had the favorite, the 5 horse in that race as well. So
yes.
The king of stable duel. I can't compete with him.
Well, I don't know about that. I hold my own. So what is it? A minute to post? Is that what we got?
Yeah. So we have 10 minutes.
All right. Fair enough. Bree, are you letting parenting duty to other people tonight?
Daddy's got his daughter. And she just has entered like a little bit of an opinionated stage, so I'm sure you all can hear her in the background.
Oh, it's fine. It's lovely.
Yeah.
So
Fun and
that's
cooking right
great.
now. So mommy's having
Love
mommy
it.
time.
I love it. Now the big question is, Bree, are you going to be able to make it to next year's Charlestown Classic?
When is it? May? When is it?
No,
No,
it's
fall.
like August. It's like late August, early September, something like that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the sort of decisive opinion we're looking for.
I mean, we had a lot of fun. If you guys have never been and you're within a 2-hour driving distance, I would absolutely tell you to go to Charlestown for the classic. It was fun.
I don't need to be
I
2
would
hours.
too.
I can be like 8 hours and still justify it, which I probably
Well,
will.
they have an actual hotel on the racetrack that is on the other side, so you can watch the horses working. And again, like this is West Virginia, so you don't think very much. No offense to anyone that lives in West Virginia.
Easy.
Like it's not made on or anything like that, but you can literally sit on your balcony and watch the horses work in the morning. Awesome. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It really is great. And you wrote, if I'm not mistaken, you wrote a blog for Stable Duel about making a date weekend out of going to Chucktown, and you're absolutely right. It's great.
Yeah, so you and I and we had a nice cocktail at the steakhouse at the bar. Very upscale experience there.
Yeah.
Then you can go do slots, if you will, which, whatever, those are fun. There's another type of restaurant.
The casino's hooked right to the track, right?
Yeah.
It's all one facility, right?
Yeah.
I've never been there. Yeah.
Yep. All one facility, just walk through it and there's.
And I'm pretty sure we gave programs for free on that night. And yeah, it was awesome. There's a Taco Bell right there afterwards. There's a diner in the morning to nurse
for those 2:30 in the morning cravings.
Yeah,
the bar
exactly.
Can't speak highly enough about it.
And hey, if you go next year, maybe you'll see the following year's Pegasus World Cup champion. You never know, because we saw Art Collector win, and then I saw Art Collector win again last year.
True story.
Didn't our Dios
our Adios jersey?
Yeah, didn't that horse just run again?
Yes, that horse got popped for performance-enhancing drugs for that race.
I wasn't going to bring that part up.
Such a rarity these days.
But yes, that horse did just run. I think ran third, maybe in a stakes race. Right? Yeah, Gulfstream. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In the race that Obligatory was in, the Inside Information Stakes. That's what she ran third or fourth in that race. So
interesting that we would name a horse race Inside Information Stakes. And I get it, but it's like, trying to recreate our image here, folks.
Yeah. All right, they are heading. They're starting to walk toward the gate. I mean,
I love it. This really is like worse than Gulfstream.
You're a big fan of Chucktown. You are familiar with the 10-minute, 0 minutes to post.
Yeah. But I like it because in times I've been to Chucktown, it gives you plenty of time to do other things in between. Like when you're there at the track, it's actually convenient.
Yeah, it is. It is. That shit gets stressful last minute if there's I'm assuming there's not a huge crowd at Chucktown tonight, but sometimes you just get that last minute panic attack that you had to make one last bet. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I am a terrible gambler on track. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. I am far too social to be a good gambler.
Yeah, that's true. That's hard to do though. It's hard to manage that if you're around a lot of friends or acquaintances or people you just met, whatever. It's hard to. I usually just still bet on my phone.
You've got to do the work all ahead of time.
Yes,
and actually, I did for
that. And then not let the odds change your opinion much.
Correct.
No, I remember this year at the Breeders' Cup, I entered all my bets on the ride over to Keeneland. I was like, all right, I know I'm going to be seeing people. It's going to be crowded.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put all my bets in now, and that's what I did. So,
and do you know that
we're looking at a real bridge jumper here? Is that what we got?
Saw that. Do you know that some of the racetracks they block the other ADWs?
Really?
Yeah. So if you're a Naira, you can't use a TVG realistically.
Come on.
They all, and
So
all of their
petty.
reasoning is like, well, the other one does it, so we do it to them.
Yeah, I love how like
So
that's
petty.
going to grow this sport a lot.
Yeah.
Let's all hurt each other. All right, they're loading them up. All right, so
Here
the
we go.
official bet. Let me get it back on the board here.
So we need the
$4 exacta key, 5 with the 236. So
All right.
ideally, we would take that 5 on top of the 2. The 2 is the biggest price out of the group we have underneath.
Oh yeah. Even the 6
But-
wouldn't be bad. But yeah.
Yeah, I like Golden Key a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the official bet. We are Matt just joined us, but we are up. We had a small profit in the first race there in race 4. We have about a $56 bankroll now. So
Okay.
And
We're
when
doing
we
all right.
started, We love the 5 over the 6, so happy if that stays.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, if I'd have known, let's see what the probables are. But yeah, that 5-6 might be the ticket.
I'll never forget the first time I saw a 6 furlong race start on the grandstand side. I was like, what track am I at? Like, where?
They're off.
Oh, it's 2 turns.
They are off, and it's the 6 up front early, the 7 and the 5. 5's on the rail. The 7's the one we kind of counted out. We kind of thought that he had no shot here. So hopefully the 5 and the 6 can get up. Hopefully the 5 gets on top of them both, but the 6 looks real tough.
Yeah, 6 looks.
6 is going. But here comes the 5.
Come on with this 5. 5 coming to the outside of the 6. Don't know if he's got enough. Don't know how far my feed is ahead or behind you guys, but the 5 is closing in on the 6. 5 is going to get up next to the 6 at the wire. It's going to be close. And I think this.
Oof, that's hard.
It was pretty neck and neck, but I do think the 6
The
held
6
on.
got
There.
it. Yep.
Damn.
That 7 did way better than.
Yeah, the 7 would. 7 made it a little closer than I thought. Oh, yeah. I think the 6 held on by nose.
6 over the 5.
So that was a 7-2. Yeah, that was a close one. So unfortunately, I think our key's going to lose there. Exactly, Jake Stewart. Golf clap. Exactly my thoughts.
6, 5, 7, 3.
The 7 was kind of the shocker there. Yeah, got up there, got a good start, and stayed right there.
Who did the try that was A over B over all? They have the 5 on top. I think it was 5-3 over all. I think that's who.
Yeah, it was 5-3 all.
All right. Your all would have paid off if you had 6-5.
Exactly.
Wow.
Did anybody hit that? Did anybody hit that race? Because that was I could see putting a 6 on top. I had the 6 and 5 rated about identical, to be honest with you, but I did not see the 7 even in the ball game there for a try.
This is when you let the past race affect this one. Because that 5 won the last one where we're all thinking it shouldn't have been the favorite. We're like, yep, the 5's got to be the favorite in this one.
It's what I like to refer to as the Big Tony effect, which is Bree getting off Big Tony because he screwed over once at Assiniboia.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with him, and then he won.
He wins like 4 straight. Yeah, so that's, yeah.
What was the filly that kept winning by like 17 lengths?
Oh, Mia Bear.
Mia Bear. Ugh.
Yeah, Mia Bear. And what's funny is there was a horse entered in a race in Naira that was very, very closely named to Mia Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And Aragona tweeted out about it. And I was like, oh, snap. Mia Bear's going from Assiniboia to Saratoga. And I was all excited for like 0.2 of a second. And then I was like, oh, it's not the same horse. Okay, never mind. But that's a good little preview for what's coming up this summer. Assiniboia Downs, people. Get ready for it.
They're ready. I met a few of them at Arizona, and they were wonderful.
Oh.
They were very happy with what
surprising.
we all did. So if you all have not had the Assiniboia effect yet, it's coming again this year, and it's pretty darn fun.
When do they start?
So May is their big race, right?
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Yes. No. That's a
No.
lie. Oh my gosh. No. So July is when we first kicked it off, but I think they start before that, and then
They
their big
do.
race is August 1st, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. It's basically over like the summer months, and it
It's
is
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights.
yep, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. And the great part is because it's the summer and they're so far north, it's like light out until like 10:30 at night, and so it's great. I love Assiniboia Downs.
It's sort of similar like this. So
Yeah.
all races are under or a mile, I think, right? I'm trying to
So
remember.
they start out. It's funny because a lot of the horses at Assiniboia only run at Assiniboia.
right.
So they start running like only 6 furlong sprints for the
That's
first
fun.
month, and then they'll go to like 7, and then by the end they're at like a mile and an eighth. And they have this weird shoot where they're like starting in the parking lot, and then like running the last, And so it's but it is a lot of fun. But it's so cool because they do really stretch the horses out like throughout the meet. Early on it's all sprints, and that's it.
Yeah, and you see it kind of similar to what we're seeing tonight, where you'll look at the PPs and there will be a horse that you see in a later race that raced against the horse you're looking at now. So, here we go. Yeah, Cindy's in Assiniboia.
JC 40 degrees below zero, bruh.
Oh,
I grew up in
yikes.
Michigan. I had enough of that in my life. Never again. When it drops below like positive 40, I'm in trouble. And that's what it's been. It's going down in the 20s here tomorrow morning, which is going to be just breathtaking for me.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of you guys are dealing with like sub-zeros, but
yeah, it is. Let's see what's currently 35 with me, and it is going to be 15 tomorrow morning. So it's going to be just spectacular.
Scott's in Phoenix, Arizona. He's not worried about it.
Yeah,
Scott's not worried about the sub 40 degree temps.
So there's an objection in this race in case.
Ooh.
That's it all. I don't know how anything could happen. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think our 6 and 5 even got close to each other, but
even the 7 like broke early on. What are y'all fighting for?
Yeah, there really was no
they're just pissed off at each other.
There was no contact at all, or they weren't even close enough to
flag thrown.
It's just Chucktown trying to get further behind schedule. Because they're so here we go. They're showing the replay now. Okay. Wow, yeah, they're trying to kill each other at the very start.
Oof.
The start move.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do about that now? Is that my 2? Unless that puts a 2 in first.
No, the 6 came all the was the 5 or the 6 that came across and tried to kill everybody.
6 is in red. The 5 bumped the 2 there, and then the 6 pushed the 5 over in front of the 2. So I don't really know.
Just put the 5 on top and we'll call it good.
What are you gonna do when that's all the way back at the beginning? I mean, it is 4.5 furlongs, though. You can't really have the argument where he's got the whole race to keep back.
No, it's like when I used to go to the sprint horse, when I go to the quarter horses at Retama Park in Texas. That was a lot of fun.
Wow.
And, it's like 18 seconds, and it's like, all right, well, that's over. Okay. And so it's just, something happens in the first 3-4 strides, and it totally impacts the outcome of the race.
And it's like these chunks of muscles with just these.
Yeah, those horses just look so different.
Yes.
Those horses look so different. Like at Los Alamitos has those quarter horse races all the time.
Yeah.
And those horses are thick, man.
Oh, I guess no, it's not quarter horses. What Sam Houston has Arabians. They run Arabians in the first race. Always at Sam Houston, which is back on the stable duel schedule for tomorrow.
I know. I felt like I needed to text you and be like, "Tell your dad." Dad.
Don't worry. I first text this morning. Dad's stable duel. Sam Houston's back.
Yeah, Sean. Who knew? Sean. For those just joining us, Sean he was on with us. We were about to go live, and he was not doing well. Me and Bree had to talk him off the ledge. Hey, get out of here. You're killing me. The guy needed to lay down, have some waters. Take some NyQuil. Do what you got to do.
What's the Pedialyte Pedialyte. I was gonna say
There you go. Yeah.
Pedialyte.
That's
But Sean, he's doing well enough to be here in the chat. That's good to see. Sean, take care of yourself, babe. Get yourself some waters and Pedialytes.
Yep.
They're taking far too long on this objection. Maybe they will.
Incredible. Chucktown trying to keep me up all night. Don't they know I'm an old man? I can't be up until midnight.
So I'm looking.
All right, there's the updated bankroll, assuming that they're not going to put the 5 on top. We are now at 43.80. We got a little bit of ground to make up, but we have 3 races to do it. And I will say this. It seems like, I think it was last week, they had a delay like this for an objection. And the next race came up. They did move the 5 down. 6-7 moves up. Whoa.
Wow. That was useless. That's nothing.
It didn't help us, so F everybody, right?
But whoever had
the 6-7 exacto or some kind of try box with 6-7-3, you did great there. TVG has race 6 in 0 minutes to post already. That does not surprise me at all. Incredible. Now let's see what they actually adjusted to.
6735. 6-7 is $120 on the $1 exacta.
Not bad.
DRF has it 18 minutes to post to race 6.
All
Yeah,
right.
19 minutes right now is what it's showing in TVG. They updated.
All right.
Let's see here.
I'm getting a
Let's see
refill.
how I did on Stable Duel there.
Yeah.
Everybody post your Stable Duel results. I'm pretty sure I'm just about done.
I was in
I did have
13.
the 5. I had the 5 and the
No.
6 there. I had both. I was
I just
stacked
had
in
the
with 2
5.
horses. I did have the winner there. Don't think I was in 29th going in. I don't know. Todd says, everyone take a break. Let's take a breather. We're going to figure out how to make some money here in race 6. And I am going to take a little boys break and grab another beer.
There you go.
And Matt, why don't you tell everybody what you've been recording all night, maybe, and
Yeah.
everybody in on what we got coming up on Trust the Profits YouTube channel. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Yeah. No, we got a lot going on. Tomorrow there's going to be a capping the card where I go through all 12 races for the Saturday card at Gulfstream Park, which, by the way, Bree, I believe there's a nice little $50, $6,000, I should say, contest on
Holy
Stable
Bull.
Duel. $50 buy-in for the Holy Bull card, which now that the Withers has been postponed and Naira racing has been canceled for the weekend, more action down at Gulfstream Park. So I recorded that with Ashley Mayu from TVG and FanDuel TV. So that was a lot of fun. So Ashley and I gave out our top picks, top value plays for all 12 races. And then I also just got done recording a Santa Anita Stakes preview with our favorite person, Gina Bacola. And so we went through all 4 of the graded stakes races on Saturday at Santa Anita. And yes, we talked about the Robert B. Lewis and the 4 horses that are entered by Bob Baffert, but there's actually really good turf races on the card as well. And so where you can absolutely find some value. So so we got a lot of stuff coming up in the next 24 hours. That's going to get posted, get you ready for all the weekend action across the country from Gulfstream to Santa Anita.
Yeah. Exciting stuff for sure. The $6,000 contest is obviously our headliner in the Stable Duel app. Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone's been talking about Santa Anita, but skip that race and focus on the turf races, like you said. So I think it'll be a good weekend. Obviously, no Naira is always a bummer, but
yeah,
it comes back.
It does. And it's and I believe the 2 turf races are part of the cross country pick 5.
Okay.
So those are good races with some, I think, really viable long shots, and excited to talk to Gino about that. Like I said, we'll have the capping the card out tomorrow morning on the Trust the Profits YouTube channel, and we will have the Santa Anita Stakes preview out in the afternoon. So look for all that stuff coming out. If you're working on putting together a stable, for one of the contests. Always a good resource to use. And, you can see if you can beat me this weekend, which last weekend I did all right at the, I finished like 24th or something like that out of 200 people at the,
that was a big contest.
yeah, that was the big $10,000 contest.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
it was a lot of fun. So,
yeah, and since we're all here, we're all playing during the week. If you like week play, Stable Duel just started a series at parks.
Yes.
So for a low buy-in or free games on Monday, it's $10. Tuesday, it's $15, and Wednesdays, it's $25. I mean, you can win hundreds of dollars, sometimes more so than you can actually win playing pick fives at parks. So you might as well take a swing in the Stable Duel app for those low buy-ins and have some fun Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Absolutely.
When did that start?
So series started last week. So actually Wednesdays too, important to note. So it's a $2,500 guarantee. I think it's like $450 to the first place, $25 is your entry. Only 2 entries, which is good to keep it fair if you're playing for the first time. And for the $25 game, $2,500 guarantee. You're also, if you finish in the top 10, you're winning a free entry towards the big game, which is happening March 7th, which we are shooting for a $10,000 prize pool for that game. So lots of stuff to be won on Wednesdays.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
I've tended to do fairly well at parks on Stable Duel for some reason too. I don't know. Yeah.
Or you don't?
No, I do.
Nice.
More so than I do in it's kind of the opposite of how I do in like reality TVG style betting is different. It's different because I mean it's more about budgeting in Stable Duel. Yeah. It's a very interesting game if you haven't played it. I think it's very fun to play Stable Duel because you look at the races a lot different. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a way to have the rooting interest of all the races on the card and play against people. Like obviously Matthew and his dad play all the time, which is so fun. And realistically, I feel like, I mean, I've met all of you all through Stable Duel. Even I don't get to play, but it's all of the banter of, like who's in the next race. And I think it's made me a hell of a handicapper compared to what I used to be for sure. So there's that.
No, it forces you to become a very good handicapper because it forces you to find value. You need to find horses that are 12-1, 15-1, 20-1 on the morning line to use and to understand the nature of outrunning your odds. I think it makes you a very good vertical player because you start to understand how to build money out in exactas and trifectas and things like that. So even if you don't like a horse to win, you go, listen, this 30-1 horse is going to run third, in this race.
Matt, you jumped on a minute too late to say exactly what you're saying. You jumped on a few minutes late, but I was Bree and I were trying to discuss who to put underneath in an exact, and I said there's only 2 horses that you can really throw out in this race. It was like the 7 and the 6 or whatever. And Bree's like, but you have the 7 in Stable Duel. It was like, yeah, but it was a $250.
Yeah, sometimes a $250 horse.
Yeah, and you put positive points on the board. So that's how you pick a $250 horse.
Yeah. It was a 6-horse field, so I thought that $250 horse that I hated, by the way, in an exacta.
Yeah.
But he could run fourth and
exactly.
That was my philosophy, and I don't know.
It is absolutely correct philosophy, and I've created this chart that shows the amount of money you spend on Stable Duel versus the amount of points you need to earn to essentially budget that return on investment. Ooh. So, for instance, a $5,000 horse on Stable Duel is 10% of your overall budget. Well, a winning stable is traditionally about 350 points. If you get 350 points on a stable, you're going to do pretty well. You're going to be in the money. You're probably going to win. So 10% of 350 is 35 points. Therefore, a $5,000 horse should really bring you a second place finish or better with a point system on Stable Duel. Now, the beauty is when you start getting down to like a 10-1 horse, that's 2% of your overall budget. Well, 2% is only about 7 points. You only need 1,000. You only need a 10-1 horse to finish 5th place, basically, to be a positive return on investment and all this. So there's a lot of like rat choice and kind of gaming theory behind all this stuff. And it's not just about handicapping, but as El Hombre pointed out, it's about the way you want to structure all this stuff.
And if you're doing that, if you're listening to this for the first time, don't let this seem like it's so far out there that
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
grab it. It's very
Yeah,
simple
we're
in the
snobbing
past.
it up a little bit.
Yeah, $50,000 to select 10 horses, and you just want a balanced stable of horses that you think are going to win or finish as close to the winner as possible. And
It's
just like horse
obviously
racing always happens, you never know what's going to happen. So sometimes your complete bomb, if it wins, you're pretty much putting yourself on the leaderboard right there.
I compare it to DFS. If you've ever played
Mhm.
any type of fantasy, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, daily fantasy sports, it's the same as that. It's basically a fantasy team of horses based on a budget, just like how you play DraftKings or FanDuel. So it's fun.
Yep.
Great times. Let's look at race 6, guys.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes to post. I'll throw out my theories on this race first, and I'm looking at the live odds. Let's see.
Put up the live
The
odds.
3 is currently taking the money. My top choice here, with a bullet. I won't say with a bullet. Maybe that's a little strong, but I like the 2. I like the 2 a little bit here. 5-1.
You and these damn twos. Well, I like the 2 in the last
Ha!
one.
Yeah, no, I just like the 2 here, and followed by the 8-3-5 is what I have in that order. So I have a little bit of a price watch here. I don't like the. What's the 3's morning line odds?
The
'Cause
3
it's
morning
bet
line
down.
is 2-1. Mr. Tingles is 2-1 morning line. What's the bet down to?
I don't see that. I mean, it's
So
Can
this is
somebody
Boca
put-
Chica again.
yeah. That's why. Okay, that answers my question.
Yeah. And
It's the
Farrier.
Irad Ortiz of
Yeah.
Charlestown.
Yep.
Irad's going to take any horse wildly too far on the odds.
Yeah, and Farrier is 36%.
Same. Yeah, Farrier.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Throw it in here. What do we got? Race 6. We're getting down to inside of 10 minutes, guys. I just said my picks for race 6 are 2, 8, 3, 5 in that order. Throw in the 6 if you want to get cute. What's everybody else thinking in the chat? Bree, what do you have for race 6?
So I have the 3, 4, and 8, but that's not in order. The 4 is a value question mark for me. And the 3 and the 8 are obviously lower on the odds there. So I do not have your 2.
Say that again. I'm sorry. In order, you had the.
Well, I don't have it in order, but the 3, 4, and the 8 are my mix, and my 4 is definitely a value question mark here. So,
Okay.
I
have the 4 down pretty far, but at that, you're right. It's the longest shot in the field right now, 10-1. I mean, it's pretty balanced money. Besides the 3 is taking the majority, but okay. So 3, 4, 8. So we're in lockstep on the 8. Matt, where are you at? Do you have any opinions on this or?
Yeah, I just pulled up. I went ahead and bought the PPs so I could look at it with you guys. So I wasn't just relying on guesswork. But I do like the 8 quite a bit here as well. I will say the 1 is an interesting play underneath. I hate the rail draw for the 1, but the 1 is honest and really doesn't turn in a bad race. So if you're going to play anything with the trifecta or maybe an exacta, the 1 at a 10-1 price might not be a bad idea.
is it 10-1 right now?
Yeah, 10-1 right now. Last time I checked. So,
Yeah,
and like I said, it's a horse that's running at this level,
Yeah.
and this allowance level, and has been kind of continuously hitting the board, usually third. But like I said, depending on what sort of bet you want to put together, it might not be a bad play.
Well, you
A good
calling it
stable
honest-
dual horse.
You calling it exactly. You calling it honest is about right because it's kind of just a tick off. Like
Yeah.
I don't think the horse is going to win, but it definitely
Right.
could be. It definitely could be underneath.
Right, it's 12 for 20 in the money, with only 1 win. So 11 out of 20 times is finished second or third. So I mean, it's always right there. It just doesn't get the job done.
Okay. All right. Throw us in the chat here. What do we have? Jake Stewart likes the 2-3-8 with the 2-3-5-8.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have too. I think we should probably try to narrow it a little bit from there, but I like where your head's at. That's the right the right group of horses for me too. I think we all like the 8 at least. I think the 8 could win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the 8.
Yep.
Jeff, welcome aboard, baby. Good to see you in here. He is in lockstep with me here. So yeah, I do like the 2 a little bit more than you guys, I think. 2 is right now 7-2.
Yeah, I worry. The only note that I had on the 2, and of course my DRS is freezing up, but was I think this horse runs better at the claiming level than the allowance level, and so that was my only potential concern was the level of competition the horses run against. Chucktown, you could say it's all kind of throw a blanket over all of it, and it's not all that dissimilar, but it's seemed like maybe that might be a bit something. But Tim pointed out 3, 3 crushed the 8 the last race, but Tim's going with 2 with the 8 over the 2, 3, 4. Breeze value play the 4.
I know.
I would like that play. I like Tim's play right here. If you key box that 8 with those same 3 horses, but if you key boxed it so that the 8 comes second in the exacta, it would cost what, $6 to do that. Because I think I don't necessarily think the 8's going to win, but I do think the 8's going to be involved. That's gotcha. And that way, if you get like that 2, actually any of those, if the 2 or the 4 get involved over the top of the 8, that's a nice exacta. And even with the 3 in the 8, it's going to be a nice exacta. There's going to be profit here. Let's make some profits, baby. We got 5 minutes to post. Somebody talk me into it. SPN, Sean is in. Sean, drink your Pedialyte. He's got 1, 2, 3.
He's got 1, 2, 3.
I like the 1 a little bit, but I don't like the 1 on top, Sean.
I don't like the 1 on top either, but I do like the 1. I'm playing the 1 in stable duel.
He's the longest shot in the field right now, babe.
Yeah.
What's the O? What's the O mean next to its name? Where it's usually Lasix, right?
On which one?
The 1. And so you've got DRF. If we're looking at, I usually don't look at Equibase, but then again, I wouldn't know everything on this thing anyways. The O next to Super Jordan.
I don't see an O next to Super Jordan.
There's an Equibase.
Oh.
Where like on the 2, it's an L, like, which I'm assuming is Lasix.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know what that is.
That in the chat if you know what she's talking about.
Oh, maybe off Lasix. I don't know if the O stands for off because the horse had been running on Lasix and now isn't.
Ooh.
Justin loves the 8 horse, but hates the post. I don't know. Has post position mattered much tonight? It seems like whoever can gets out of the gate and
it's usually speed.
4.5 furlong
early.
races.
Yeah, it's early speed is usually because cross and clear. Who can get over? So
there you go, Bree. There's your answer. Always off. Thanks, Tom. Tom, bringing the knowledge as always. Tom's in the chat.
Tom, we're glad you're here.
Hell yeah, he's a bastion of knowledge up in the lounge here, and he has been here most weeks. So thank you, Tom.
So awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be
8 with the 2-3. 8 with the 2-3 works. That's we're all in lockstep. We just got to figure out the best way to bet this one now. This is where the money is made in gambling here on the horses. We all agree on what we think are going to be the top 2 or 3. Now, how to be smart about betting it. We have to have a little profit here. We are down a few bucks in the $50 bankroll that we allotted ourselves.
Are there any opinions of horses that have not run at Charlestown? Because your 2 has not run at Charlestown at all.
Yeah, I've had hardcore cliff notes here. I don't have. You're asking too much of me, Bree. I bring cliff notes to the table because I know how much I can talk on this thing and still pay attention to the chat. So
I mean that's interesting. I mean, he's coming in from Parks, which you would imagine is coming in from a the better track, but you assume a higher circuit.
Well, the one thing that remember I heard about Charlestown for trainers is how tight the turns are.
Yes.
And it's not always
Totally,
set
yeah.
up for horses for, you know, either post wise or whatever it is, but how tight the turns are at Charlestown is
So-
something new for a lot of horses.
So the one thing I'll say is that 2 isn't like a speed horse. And so that might actually be beneficial in terms of those tight turns. It's not like the horse is going to be going gangbusters into that far turn and then get, centripetal force is going to push him out wide or something like that.
But can
That's
the horse,
interesting.
can he close?
Well, that's the thing is
Nobody
yeah.
can close at Charlestown.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of
I
people.
mean, you got to
can.
be up real close to the lead at Charlestown.
Yeah, and the 4.5s. You're right. It's tough.
There hasn't been. I mean, what you've seen tonight is pretty much how it goes. You see 2, maybe 3 horses branch out, and then those 2 or 3 duel. There's no big close off the pace, especially at 4.5 furlongs. But okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay on the 2. I don't mind the 2 because realistically, you're looking the last
especially
race.
at 4-1. I mean, come on.
4-1.
The 2 is 4-1 right now.
All right, in the mix.
I love it.
So what are we gonna do? The 8 over the 2-3? Is that what you're doing, man?
Some kind, with a key box though.
Yeah,
so the
key
8
box. Yeah.
Is there anybody else who needs to be involved besides the 8, 2, and 3? Is there somebody that we can try to get a price with that's worth throwing into this bet? That's I know there was some mention on the 1.
So the 4 was my value play based off of. Now I've got to go back and think here. Won by a neck the last time.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I look at lower level races, I then go and check the fractions, and I'm like, if the fractions are the same as the higher level race, then realistically, if you ask me, the horse can run the same level. But they're not. I know I'm kind of bouncing around here, but
Yeah, that last race was, 22, 40, 22 and 1, and 46 and 4, and the 3 I think was, like 21 and 3 and 45 and 3 or something like that. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference.
yeah.
Jeff says the 2 is second off the claim and shipped here to win. I like the 2.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll throw my 4 out.
Sure.
Tom says there are a few comments on the 2. Not sure about taking those turns. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Is it my final turn? Did you make the final call last time, Bree? Yeah.
I think this one's you.
All right.
And I'm picking up what you're putting down, so I support it.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. And we're going to it's somewhat chalky, but I don't care. I don't care because it's somewhat chalky because the 3 is going to be involved also, but I just think the 2, 3, 8. Should we do a try box with just those 3?
Okay, I'm going to look at the mix up here.
I mean, I think those 3.
All right, so you got 2, 3, and 8 are your 3 in the mix. So 2, 3.
Yeah, and I think I'm almost afraid to key box the 8 on top because I think the 2 is. I think I like the 2 a little bit better than the 8, personally. But I know you guys we're all in lockstep on the 8. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the 2, but if we're playing as a group, it's the 8. So I think boxing the 3 of them makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you either value wise, right? An exacta between any of those isn't going to do too much, and we've got
the 2's on top.
We've got to bring the $12 back somehow. So then, would you want to include one of the values in a try box of some sort, like the 1 who's currently 8-1? You've got so the 9 is Trackmaster's 3rd pick. I don't know, or the 6. I'm looking at the odds. The 6.
I like the 6 better than the 1 personally.
Okay, so the 6. So on a sloppy track. Ooh, woof. I mean, I
So
don't
I
know.
will.
0
I don't
minutes
know
to
what
post.
I like
Throw your
about the
bets in.
6.
So I will
How about this?
say.
How about this? Let me do
Yeah,
this.
Go for
I'll
it.
make
Go
it
for
easy on you guys. How about the two to win in plays for $5? $10 bet. You guys don't like the 2 though.
I don't. No. I don't mind the 2, but I would not
Yeah.
put that horse to place at all. I would do
Damn
it
it.
all win or bust. It's 4-1. What are you going to get out of a place?
9-2 now. Still though, I know what you mean.
I will throw in another monkey wrench in all this.
Of course he does.
The most used
Please do.
horse, the most used horse in this race on Stable Duel, the number 1 at 36% of 36% of stables. The second most used horse, the 6, at 28% of stables. The 2 is used by 13%, the 3 by 21%, the 4 by 13%, and the 8 by 11%.
All right, I'm going off
Throwing that out there.
the board. You ready?
Do it.
I don't care what anybody says.
I remember
I
last
do.
time I was on here, Sean went off the board with a horse at Turfway Park that came home for us. That like got it done. Oh, we got another fella on here.
Oh, geez, you scared me. I thought it like went off. There he is.
What is going on? What is up?
Colin,
It's a party.
It is now a party. Now the party
you
can
better have
begin.
brought the luck with you, Colin.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't like to hear that.
Colin has a very like Martha Stewart vibe going on too.
Ooh.
Like the sweater and the wreath in the back. We're all over here drinking beers, and he's like ready to like stitch something for his son and daughter. There you go.
It's
Oh,
funny.
look.
I pointed out the wreath to Colin the last time I talked to him. I go, "Is that eucalyptus?" And he said,
Sure,
"Quote:
Colin.
I've never seen that before in my life."
I know. He's very homey.
The credit all goes to my wife. I honestly
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
say
know
that's not him. That's not him.
He has essential oils in the background right now to set the vibe for the night.
All right.
That's what happens when you have 2 kids, Bree. You laugh. To see that cart behind you, it's soon going to be a pot of flowers and
Here, I mean, realistically, there you go. You see, like the kids stuff. It's just strategically hidden.
All right.
yeah, you should see the other side of the camera.
What do we
There
got?
it
The
is.
official
The
bet.
official bet is
All
up.
right,
All right. Oh,
2
we're throwing the
over
6.
the 2, 6, 8. Okay.
All right. I'm not mad.
Put
I'm
that
not mad
two.
at
The
that.
two's got to be involved, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1 right now. I think it's going to be involved. I hope I'm not wrong. Good luck, everybody, if you're betting. Sorry for the
Load it
late
in.
response here. But knowing Charlestown, we got a couple minutes to spare.
Well,
So,
they're
Brian,
loading them in.
does that mean that 2 has to be on top?
Nope. 2 can
No.
finish second.
First or
It's a
second.
key box. So it's first or second with the 3, 6, 8.
Okay, so the 2 just
The
has
2
to
has
be.
to be in it. The 3, 6, 8 can be on top, but the 2 has to be first or second.
Got it.
So that is a creative way to say I like this horse a lot to be in the exacta, but not necessarily to win.
I like that. I get it.
And
All
it
right.
gets you a 4-1 involved or 9-2, whatever he is now. Let's go, baby.
Here we
We
go.
got a
Load them
little
in.
bit of
Are they loading them?
Yeah, they're in.
we're loading up. Colin, bring us the luck. Colin checked in late a couple weeks ago, I believe, and brought
Parachuted
us
in
some
with the
winners.
winner.
They're out.
Just died.
They're off.
Two collapsed at the start. Damn it.
Yep.
That was our key horse, so that's not
pinched.
good.
Three is looking pretty good out front with the 8 hustling up.
The 2 would take a miraculous charge from 100 yards behind. Now the chalk's going to win here, I think. Got 3 and 8 are charging away from everybody else. 2's way too far back. Stumbled out of the gate. It was over before it started. Let's see. The 3 is checking out. It's going to come 3, 8. 2's closing. Not going to. Yeah, he might get there. Get to second. Get to second.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
He
Get
did
up.
get to second.
Bang.
Miraculous. The
2
3
made
got up.
it?
Yeah, it came 3-2. That was incredible.
Yeah, it's chalky,
Unbelievable.
but it was that 2 came flying at the end.
I literally quit watching.
Yep.
Holy hell. How much that horse had way more than enough if he wouldn't have got the worst start in the history of horse racing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So it might have broke even.
Got a winner though.
That was chalky as hell, but damn.
Hey, got the win. Got the win. Got to get back in the win column.
Holy hell, was that stressful. If that horse would have came out of the gate even moderately, that thing wins board.
Yeah. The
Exactly. Tim said he needed 5 furlongs.
furlongs. You don't see that comment often. If only he had 5 furlongs. Just that 4.5. Not quite enough.
All right, what do we get? What are we doing here? The 1-3 exacta should have paid in the neighborhood of
2, 3.
And what was our bet? We had a
2 over the 368.
I think it's paying 14 for $2.
okay.
That's good. Take that.
So we got a little. Let's see. Let me get
Did
to
everybody
the
pay
official.
$15 for the 1-to-1 and a 3-to-1?
I ain't gonna be mad at it.
No, I don't get it, but I'm not mad at it.
That was the official bet. The key box 2 with the 368. So that's a winner. Let's see how that's gonna work out here. Yeah, 3 over the 2 is gonna pay about $6. We're gonna break about slightly above even. I'm guessing here, which is honestly a gift compared to what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, 630. A full 60-cent profit. Don't spend it all in one place, folks.
It's better than our last one.
Do not
Love it.
spend it all in one place. Be crafty.
What's the bankroll at?
I got to add this 60 cents before I disclose.
All right, we'll give you time.
Won't take long. That math's pretty easy. There it is. 44.40.
Oh, you're okay. I thought
Yeah.
you were.
We had it's been a night so far of a slight loss, a slight win followed by a slight loss and then a slight win. So nothing big has happened. We have 2 races left. Now I think we can let loose a little bit and try to make some freaking money. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
We have
I
2
will say
races to go here.
Coming up in the 7th race, we have a monster stable duel play, which is the 1, which is at 6-1 on the morning line, is being used by 50% of stables.
Ooh. It's a make or break then for a lot of people.
It is. So
So
that
how
is
do
a
Bree, I
very
got some-
popular
I
horse.
got some bad news for Bremont. You're going to have to come back because you are demanded a lot of positive feedback coming in from the chat. We've had a good crowd in all night in chat. So thanks everybody for joining.
I've been
Thank you
looking-
for joining, Bree. We're glad to have you.
I'm very happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry
And look-
that I am not.
Look who followed me. He's like I come in and all of a sudden there's Trusty.
Well, I got called
Aw,
out
see?
as giving out trusty information earlier. So
What trusty information?
apparently, I gave some sort of handicapping knowledge that trusty would do, and so for it.
Trusty's trying to find the next strike at Turfway. That's what. God bless him, but he's trying, and I hope he finds him. But
God bless us, everyone.
yeah.
Dennis
All right,
Trophy,
well,
a
I'm just going
legend
to
in
come
the
out
game.
and say it. My best bet of the night is on the next one.
Oh, give it to us,
Okay.
Bree.
I'm all over the 6. All over.
Alpine Moon.
Yep.
I
All
like
right,
that
let's
play.
take a closer
That
look.
makes sense.
We got a little bit of time here. throw down your bets, your strategies, how you're doing tonight. Has anybody hit anything big yet? Because like I just kind of reset. We have trickled in a few bucks, lost a few bucks, trickled in a few bucks, but nothing big has happened yet. It's been pretty chalky. Has anybody hit anything big? And then also, Bree coming in hot with the biggest bet of the night here. She's saying on the race 7, the 6
Yeah,
horse.
hanging
Where
on
are
the
you at
6.
in this one? Let's go.
Yep, we like the 6 here. Fade in the 5, hasn't raced since April. Just get out of here. We're all over the 6.
Boca Chica, you know it's going to take a lot of money. That 5 I'm talking.
So Matt, how do you handicap saying that 50% of the stable duel users have used the one whiskey and rye? Did you use whiskey and rye in your stable?
I did, yeah. But there's times that I play against, right? So sometimes you see that 50%, and you're like, I need to gain an advantage on a lot of these other players. Hence, I'm going to go in a different direction, especially, I very quickly, I didn't even cap. I don't want to say I capped this card. I used the Stable Duel app to figure out who I was going to use in the different races. So,
What he's trying to say is we half-assed it tonight.
Yeah, totally. Totally half-assed it tonight, as I do most weeknights. And so,
nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, I mean, that information can be really helpful if you're stuck on a race and you're like, I don't know where to go. Sometimes you using that information on the Stable Duel app can kind of be like polling the audience, and you're just like, what does everybody else think? And sometimes it can give you insight into where they're going. Other times, if you have a super strong opinion, like there was a race, I want to say last weekend at Gulfstream Park, where it was the obligatory race, the Inside Information Stakes. I was totally out on obligatory. I was all over Mary Quite Contrary, who was only used by like 8% of stables. Everybody was using obligatory. And, you gain up a ton of ground on the field when you do that. So, you use it in a couple different ways. Tim crushing it on Stable Duel tonight.
There he is. 5th place right now. Let me check in, give you an update on where I'm at, because I'm pretty sure I'm not that high.
I am 22nd. Super Jordan did what Super Jordan does, which is finish underneath, but didn't give me the win.
I'm 20th. I got you covered, Matt. But
there you go.
I only have 2 horses left. I do have whiskey and rye here.
Yep. I always love doubling up in the last race. I don't know why. Maybe it's I like deep closers. I just like coming in with a lot of points in the last race. Hope to hit that 100-point exacta.
Unless one of the 2 horses is a toilet that can go -30 for you and really screw you up.
Those are always fun. I know Sean always complains about
Actually, I have a question for you all, because this has been discussed, and I'm not telling you which way we're leaning, one way or the other. What would you think about the new cap being -20 rather than -30?
Yes. I'm in for it. I think that is a huge, like, that can there's 2 schools of thought, right? I mean, one is that can screw you up with one big hit, but I mean, in all gambling, if your biggest misstep of the day can screw up anything in all gambling. But I like it. I think it should be limited, because I mean, that takes you out a lot.
Yeah, the -20, I think it's still a big enough deterrent that it hurts you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, pretty significantly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Bree, you would probably have the stats on it, but I'm interested. There's not that many horses that are between -20 and -30. Like the percent of horses that finish somewhere between there.
True.
So that it's like, we're affecting, I'm just coming up with a number.
I thought you were going to say there's not that many that go -30.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
I was going to say I find them.
But I think it would help. Obviously, it would help overall scoring, and I think it wouldn't be quite as deflating for if you hit a -20.
Right.
I don't think it changes that much, though, honestly. So I think it's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen people cash with a -30. Like it is doable, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it too much of a deterrent that if someone is trying really hard for the first time, they put in the effort, they put in the money, and one of their horses flunks, and then they're like, well, this sucks. I can't win anything or whatever. And does that then deter them from wanting to play again or wanting to try handicapping? And
I
so
will
on?
say my father's very first contest was at Golden Gate. It was a $3 game. It was a free game. And the very first race, he like spent all morning handicapping, and he gets it in, and he's so confident this horse is going to win. It's a 5-horse race. The horse finishes 5th by like 30 lengths. He's just
So yeah, still got a negative.
yeah, cursing and just so not happy about that. But my dad kept playing, kept chugging along, and as long as you get a couple winners in there, it lifts the spirit. It's like playing around a golf, getting a triple bogey, but then you tee off really well in the next hole, and your spirits are right back up. So.
One reason it might be good to move it to -20 is for those horses that the jockeys know are done. They're not going to get there, and they're just giving up, making sure the horse doesn't get hurt. And you're getting, they're not trying when they're that far behind, and that sucks when it's like, well, he had a bad break, and he's just not going to try on the horse, and he finishes that many lengths behind. That would be the one, instance I think that it can really be, unfair in a way. It's like, oh well, the guy had a bad break, and now we're not riding him.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some good capping
Look
here.
at that.
If you can finish 5th with 2 -30s, that means you've been picking winners in just about every other race.
Oh my god.
That is legendary.
Yeah.
Out of 5 though.
Incredible. Yeah.
Mahoning Valley's been crazy this week too. It was like 2 snowstorms.
Oh, I know.
You
I swear I've never tuned into Mahoning Valley where it's like, and it's the dirt's fast. No, it's always sloppy, muddy, saturated. Just it's just like a snowstorm with snow coming in sideways. Like it's always something. By
Chris
the way,
Hansen checking in on Dennis Trusty. If you missed that a couple weeks ago, that was quite a show. Checking in on Dennis Trusty.
A lot of the stable duel money is flowing in on the number 1 that's been bet down from 6 to 1 on the morning line to even money right now.
Ooh.
It's 8 to 5 in reality here. So.
All right. Well,
I see.
Let's take a look at the number 1 here.
I have number 1 on top.
So Whiskey and Rye.
You're big on the 6-horse, right?
I am. I'm all over the 6-horse. All over. Although this is a little, of course, now I'm like starting to jump ship. So McLean's Music is my horse's dad. So that's cute, like that. But yeah, the horse is dropping in class here from $55,000 allowance optional claiming at Laurel, but hasn't run at Charlestown. I'm still gonna fade, but I mean, classiest horse so far, I think, in the race for sure. But does class win at Charlestown? No, guys. No. This is not where class comes to play. Class needs to stay somewhere else.
No, we're at Charlestown. What's anybody have any thoughts on the 2? Because I like the 2 a little bit.
That's who I liked. And this is I'll be honest, looking at this for the first time. And when I joined on here, I did not come prepared, but that's how we won last time. So we just fly in and play with the gut. And the gut definitely went with the 2 because what I see is just continual increasing in speed figures. So hopefully there's another step up that maybe this 6-year-old has, I'm hoping, has run fairly well in the mud, run fairly well at 4, has a win at 4.5 furlongs, has a win a couple seconds at 5.5 and 6 furlongs. So he's kind of versatile. So the 2 was the one that I had my eye on.
So the 2 beat the 6 in the same race, but the 2 was only 4 wide, the 6 was 5 wide, and it was only half a length in between. So if the 6 can just not be as wide, that's why I don't know. Fun facts.
And there's only 7 horses in here, so I can't see it being much more than 2 or 3 wide.
Don't say that if you ever watch a turf race at Tampa Bay Downs, because I once watched a 5-horse race go 5 wide around both turns. And I was like, and even Jason Beam was like, some interesting choices here. And I was like, are these all apprentice jockeys? Are these just like fans that they pulled from the stands that are riding right now? And just at no point did any jockey think, maybe I should take back, see what happens. No, everybody was like, man, we're all going to be on the lead together the whole way around.
Marlo's on the 2.
Oh, Marlo's on the 2.
2 is not taking money though.
No, it's not, which is I like.
Two's going backwards, which is good. 8-1 right now, live odds. Makes
What's
it a
the
little
six?
more attractive.
6,
2
2
is
to
at
1.
2-1, and the 1 is also at 2-1.
1,
So
2,
that 1,
6.
2, 6. If we're all in,
My
the only
phone
other one
died. That's already in.
Yeah.
Bet's in. Can't do anything now.
you betting the 6?
I already bet the 6. Yeah.
I'm talking for the cocktail lounge.
Yeah.
What are we doing for the
So,
cocktail
so
lounge?
what are
We have
we?
let's throw this
so-
budget back up here.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the 6. The 2 again. So the 2 and the 6 have gone head to head. 2 came up on top, but it was literally 4 wide versus 5 wide, half a length in between. But I understand some of the love going to the 1 here. So
And the
what
1,
did I have? Did I have anything?
ironically, I had the 5 as a 4th choice, who's also close in the mix, who's also 2-1, taking a bunch of money. So it's
That's your Boca Chica. Yeah. So I mean, the horse hasn't run since April.
The 5?
Right? Am I
Yeah.
am I looking at something wrong? Hold on, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
The horse, yeah. So the horse last ran at Mountaineer, woof. But it is stakes. But woof woof. Yeah, I don't know that. But originally that horse was the heavy favorite compared to any of the other ones. It changes a little bit for me if the horse is not the heavy favorite, which well now it is. So never mind. I'm happy to fade the 5 since we've got to fade some of these short prices. I'm happy to fade the 5.
that's my first choice to fade too. If we have to fade one of the favorites,
Okay. Yeah, I mean now Alpine,
although it is close, it is close. The 1, 2, 5, 6 are all
I know.
pretty close here.
but the 2 is sitting at 8-1, so there's our value potentially. Okay.
That's definitely where the value's at for me, because the 3, 4, 3, 4, and 7 are the other prices, and I don't like any of them at all. Not even close, really. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see anything in those. Let's see. What do we got in the chat? What are you guys betting here? Come on, baby. We need some help. I think we have it mostly figured out, but we are close here. We had a huge crowd on hand tonight. Thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah.
It's been fun so far. We have 2 races left to make some money. The bankroll scrolling across the bottom. We are down $5. That is an easy makeup.
Easy.
All we do is win in the lounge. We have won, Colin, 10 out of 12 times.
There you go. Colin, were you around for the other 2 times?
I know. He was wrong for one of them.
Oh,
And he
okay.
chose Turfway Park. That's what I was saying earlier.
That's tough.
It wasn't even his fault. It was his decision to go to Turfways. That was the problem.
I was doing great till a drunk El Hombre showed up at 10:45 and said, "We gotta win. We gotta win."
Drunk El Hombre at 10:45. I came from my daughter's recital. There's no way I even had a single drink that night. But
Yeah, that's how you go through
you can
it.
blame it on the booze if you want. All right, here we go. We are 4 minutes to post. What are we doing? Frank Payne's in the house.
Do you
Greg
worry?
Rieslin's on the 1-2.
Do you worry at all about the 1 not going at 4.5 furlongs? And does this horse need to be running it a little bit longer?
Yeah. A
I
little
don't see
bit. Although,
any
if you look at the
problem. I
running
don't see any
lines,
problems with the 1.
honestly, I think shortening up is going to be good. If you look at that horse's running lines,
too.
he usually fades late, going 5.5. So I think the shortening up to 4.5 should work for him. I mean, I think the question is, does he fire from the inside rail? Because he's going to need to break super clean and get out. So,
So, what do we think about 1, 2, 6?
That's exactly what I think. In that order, but not necessarily keyed or key boxed or boxed. I don't know. I mean, that's the artwork here is how to bet it, because the 5 is live too. 5 is now actually the betting favorite, 9-5. And we're talking about fading him, which I don't hate.
I'd be more comfortable boxing than doing this
Me
straight
too,
up.
because I
I mean,
think those top.
I understand.
I think it's close.
Yeah.
Very close.
I understand the love for the one, but I can also see the one being beat.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
126 box try.
And all of those payouts will at least double your money right now because the lowest payout is 1.6, which will pay $12, and that's a $6 bet. So you're at least doubling your money with that box.
We're talking exacta box 126 for $2, $12 bet. Or do we want to go heavier? We have $44. How sure are we that we can fade the 5? Folks in the chat,
what
throw it in there
that's
because
So you got.
it's tough fade, but we gotta leave one out. I mean, we gotta draw the line.
So here's the thing about the 5, right? So the 5, January 22nd, and so this is what I've learned after hanging out with a clocker for a minute, is literally no workouts matter except for 5 furlong workouts. Like any horse can do a good 4 furlongs, but if a horse can do a good 5 furlongs, that's what matters. So you're looking at the best out of 14, January 22nd. You're looking at other ones before that. So realistically, you could argue that this horse is more than ready for 4.5 furlongs. I know that's not helping or throwing him out, but
And that workout was at Laurel
worry.
too. Yeah.
It's early, Shoddy. Shoddy, how's your $10 bankroll hanging on? I know that was
Johnny, I
concern
think we
earlier.
should your birthday for that.
I think she just said she got like $8 to show in the last race or 2 races ago. So
Okay,
she's doing
all
all
right.
right. She's doing all
She's
right.
alive and well. That's the game here. We're alive and well too. Let's
I'm
go,
going back
baby.
and
We are down to I don't know how much time here. 1 minute to post according to Chucktown, so we got about 4 or 5 minutes. We got to make a decision.
I mean, would you guys fall off your chairs if we said fade the 1?
No.
Kind of.
No, that's why I was asking.
I
about the
kind
distance.
of would, but I'm not completely anti. And it's your call this time. We're going
Yeah,
back and
Bree's
forth.
race.
That's how the lounge works.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. That's all I'm going to
That's
say
it,
right now.
baby.
I'm going to drop that little inspirational poster.
I am 1, 2, 6, 5 in that order. Take what you want with that, but it is your call, your final. And I will say this too. I think they're all close enough to be. I think there's not a single one of them that you could leave off and feel super comfortable. I like the one, but I would not be surprised if the other 3 got involved. I can definitely feel like the bottom
now
4
my-
horses, I think we can toss instantly.
I'm just all I get to the point of you got to throw one of the stupid priced horses out. There's a 126 try. So she threw the 5 out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were initially talking about. And that's, I think, what I would do. But
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
Which one of the 4 are you guys most comfortable tossing? That's really the question, right? The 2's the big price, so I don't think you want to throw him out.
I think I would throw the 1 out personally. But McLean's Musics usually are not sprinters, or are they? Not short.
Yeah, I mean, they're sprinting, and then there's Charlestown. So
I know. S6. So last ran 6 furlongs, but you're right. Shit, leave the 1 in there. Let's toss the 5. Let's just
1, 2, 6. Exacta box.
yeah.
Isn't this game fun?
I know.
I'll tell you in about
This is what-
4 minutes. But I like it. I mean, how about we do this? How about a $3 box to make it $18 so we can actually? That's what we're doing. Because we're even so far. We got to make some noise. And if we lose this one, ladies and gentlemen, we are going hard in the last one. We're not going to lose this one though.
To be
Don't do it, Colin. Don't do it.
Oh
It's a,
God.
here we
well,
go.
no, No, but I like to pay attention to probables. I do that with daily doubles and exactas. So we went
You have to.
we went 1-2-6, but the 5 winning over the 1-2-6 are all really good payouts for that same $3 that you just mentioned. If we go 5 over the 1-2-6, the 3 horses we like, we're going to cover ourselves and maybe even make some money that way too. So
Five keyed over the top of them.
oh, yeah, over the 3 that we like as like a
separate
backup,
bet, you mean?
as a backup bet.
Mm.
And the 5-1 pays 12, the 5-2 pays 18, and the 5-6 pays 12. Or you just pick one of those 3 and do it ice cold. But just some info. I'm not saying to do that. If you want to add the 3 and make an $18 bet, that'll leave us. I think the next race, I skipped ahead quickly. The next race is crap, and I feel like that's where we usually can make some good money. It's pretty close, and I don't see any standouts. I don't know if you guys have already looked ahead.
Here it is.
I'm on the 8 in the next one. That's who I got circled at least.
Me too.
All right. Colin, if the 5 wins, you get to say I told you so. There you go.
I never do that. I never do
You
that.
need this for a few reasons here.
I let you guys say, Colin, you were right.
So ideally, we got 1, 2, and 6. So ideally, we want the 2 and the 6.
Right.
In that order, ideally.
The
I don't
I
hear
will
a whole
say
lot of
this.
confidence going. We're gonna win this, baby. Let's go.
I know, this is-
well, I like the 1 I think more than others, but the inside rail always scares me. So
I like this too.
Who's sounds like there's
the
a
horses look
sandpaper running across the microphone.
What'd you say, Brian?
Somebody's got sandpaper running across the microphone sound going on.
Oh, it might be my
Anybody
sweater.
else hear that?
Might be my Martha Stewart sweater.
I was going to say it's Martha Stewart over here. Looking at the horses in the paddock, though, sometimes the horses don't look so good at Charlestown. They all look fantastic in this race, in fairness. Like, the horsemen have done a good job.
Especially that 2, I hope. This was a
The
good
6,
one.
you mean? The 6? Oh, wait, no.
Yes,
Yeah, we
Breeze-
want the 2 on top.
Breeze bet of the night. The 6.
Well, we want the 6 on top. Sorry, guys. I have a win bet on the 6, too.
Six
you
over
go.
the 2 would work for us too.
Yeah.
Fine. 6 over the 2.
Absolutely.
Someone just go and bet a bunch of money on another horse so both of those go up in odds.
Yes, please. Dennis is in, baby. If there's ever a cooler in the house, here he goes. I'm on the 1-5.
Oh.
Hell
my God.
yeah, Dennis. Please tell me you're against us.
With
What
1,
is
2,
it
3,
doing?
5, 6, 7. This is okay. This is sometimes where I want to like reach through the camera and go like this to Dennis. He's like, I can't play $5 stable duel, but he can go and
I
do
know.
these
Yeah, this,
ridiculous bets on one race.
come on, Dennis. Come on, baby.
Dennis.
All right, here we go,
Jesus.
baby.
Hey, at least he
Dennis.
got better at writing it out, right? Because last week that would have been I'm with
Oh yeah.
1, 1, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Then I got the 5 with the 1, 5, 6 with the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Last week it was like reading hieroglyphics off the inside of a cave from ancient Egypt, trying to decipher what Dennis was trying to say. Incredible.
All right, we are
Couldn't
getting
even
behind
tell
the
if he
starting
won or
gate.
not.
And we
Moving
teachers,
on.
I love you, Dennis.
Exactly, dude. We all love Dennis. He's a good kid.
The 1
Gotta
is
be
now
put
the
in place
favorite.
once in a while. 1, 2, 6, $3 exacta box. We're hovering around even. This bet is going to make or break the bankroll for now. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Even if you're
don't
fading, we wish you luck.
I need the 1 to blow this field out for me to be like, okay. I don't see why the 1 should be this crazy freaking favorite.
I don't see the crazy freaking favorite. I agree with
It's
you
all
about
the
that.
it's the pace numbers.
There's so many unknowns to
Super high
that.
pace.
It's the drop, too.
Yeah, it's a big drop.
Yeah, no,
And it's a
I
trainer that
agree
everybody
with Rob.
trusts. Yeah.
But even on the drop, like, look at, it's not like it's one. Yeah,
I'm with you. I asked, should we?
I could be proven wrong here. That's
3
all
to
we
2
got.
now. 3 to 2 live on TVG odds.
So,
They're off. They're
Mhm.
off. And check please on the 7 horse. That's over. Thanks for coming.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
1 is on the rail and 2 right behind.
the jock's
One-
like already cheering himself on up there.
1's going hard right now. I don't see the 6 is way back. It's going to take a close like that last horse.
Have faith.
I do. The 1-2 looks good here. A little too early to say that, but I'm going to say it.
21.
And the
How'd the
4's
2 and the
fading
2 and 1?
away. I don't think the 6 is going to get there. Yeah, the 2 favorites are going 1 and 2.
Ugh.
Yeah, Chalkzilla 1, 2, and then I think it's going to be the 3. But yeah, no money to be made in that race, folks. 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't know.
It's as
Yeah.
easy as 1, 2, 3.
Boring.
Well,
Yeah, that wasn't even a fun.
Hey, we didn't lose. I don't think we lost.
no.
No,
Want to
we
be positive. We got a $5 payback on that. We actually might have came out a little bit behind. Basically, a break-even proposition.
Did anybody see the jock like fist bump himself as he broke from the gate?
No, I didn't see that.
No,
I was paying attention to the 7 that looked like he was about to have an aneurysm, like running out of the gate. So
exactly, exactly.
the
For
one
Scotty,
was just
nailed it.
The 2 went
Remember
off.
when we were marveling at the 2's odds being like 6 or 8 to
6
1?
to
and it
1
made
as they
all
were
the
loading
sense in the
in,
world?
and they went off at 2.
That's
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the 2 was going to go off like that, and it clearly didn't. So
If anybody bet the Gray to show
Right.
because you're a Gray fan, you're doing okay right now.
By the way, is that 5 finished yet or not?
yeah,
That
that was a
5
great
is
fade.
yeah.
Better than night with a kerplunk.
That 5 stopped over at Taco Bell for
You
5?
can't blame her. You can't blame her.
You mean the 6?
Yeah, the
No.
6.
Well, the 6
6
might have
Both.
gone too.
mine.
Both
But,
of them.
uh,
Hey, I think
I
I hit
think-
that in Stable Duel for what it's worth. I don't know. I don't
Yep.
think
There
I'm.
you go. You
Yep,
and
got the
50.
one.
You and 50% of the other players.
Hell
exactly.
yeah. I made gains on some people.
So, all right.
You guys win, and SPN hits the try. Okay, he had that try. That now let that 28 to 1 in third. He did. He called. You call that 1, 2, 3, Sean? I think he did call it straight.
Somebody else called the 3 as well in a try I saw earlier, using the Barry Spears method of the sniper's method of
That might have been Sean.
So
What's
Yeah.
the sniper's method here?
I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of angles that Barry uses. I wasn't sure which one they were talking about with the 3, but Barry usually, I'll tell you this: Barry likes an equipment change. Barry likes, well, he usually
Barry's
likes
the
doing that in
best.
maiden claimers. But man, if there's a makeover package, Barry is all over that horse in a maiden claimer. That is for sure.
Colin getting famous
So
for that sandpaper mic. Brought to you by what's her name? What's her name?
Martha Stewart.
Come on.
Martha Stewart.
Yes, thank you, Martha Stewart.
How's
Brought
that
to you
better?
by Marty
All
Stewart.
right, that's good.
I repositioned it.
No, I still hear it.
Why don't
so
you get a
maybe-
real
I don't know.
microphone?
This is a professional television lavalier, my friend.
I know he's very bougie. I don't even have
Got a
earphones.
lav. My guy's got a lav out here. Real equipment.
My sandpaper colored sweater. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
I
he's
have
a
one like that,
sandpaper
too.
dragging across the microphone is what it sounds like.
No, it's fine. So we
We
got the
love
last
Colin.
race coming up.
So the exacta paid out officially 520. Let me get that math together. That's going to equate to a
15,
loss of about
$16.
$1. We got. I'm going to
So
just
we
say
gotta-
this:
we gotta
our bankroll is about $43.
Oh no. Okay.
We have $7 to make up. Shouldn't be difficult. We can go as hard as we want in race 8, but we got a little time to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually a let's see. Is there 9 horses or do we have some scratches?
9 horses. Oh no, 8 horses. The 5 scratched.
So I
The
like
5 is
the
pretty
3 in this one.
inconsequential anyway. So
Start the conversation.
Who do you like,
Swiss
Bree?
Army, The 8. Golly. The
Me
baby literally, they
like
take your
8 too,
brain,
for what it's
letting
worth.
everyone know. Babies take your brain. I'm on the 8.
Yes, they do. You're correct.
2. So this 4 is even money. I'm in charge now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my second choice, but I do like the 8 better.
Yeah, I like the 8. The 8 is the only horse I wrote down, circled it.
So we lost 240 on that right there. So our bankroll now is officially $42. We're gonna update that. So we are down.
Just
$8
hammer it home
for
on the
night.
8 then. Just don't get fancy. Just go, we're going all in on the 8.
Should we wait and see what the odds are, or just hammer it?
Yeah, we should probably do. We should wait to see what the odds are. But I think
I mean, you know,
I don't
Matt,
like
you've only
overthinking
been
it
in the
the last
lounge a
race.
couple. Matt, you've only been in the lounge a couple times. You know we moved the needle.
I know it. I know it.
There's more people online watching this show right now than there is at Charlestown, and that's not even a joke.
That might be true. That might be true. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a joke.
Yeah,
Sadly,
that's yeah. I mean, it's cold, and it's and to be clear, we're talking about just the racetrack, not the casino. There's a lot of people at the casino, but at the racetrack, there might only be about 40. So
there's 1,000.
and by the
people
way,
on...
and let me say, and Bree can attest to this. Few places in America where you just walk in and just get hit by a wall of cigarette smoke. Quite
every casino. That goes for every casino, though, doesn't it?
You walk into and you're just like a bunch of old guys, just with cigarettes, just yelling at the fucking harness horse at a Meadowlands. And I'm
You
like, all
beat
right,
me to the punch on that
at?
comment. You beat me to the punch. My first comment was going to be oxygen tanks smoking cigarettes at a slot machine.
Yeah.
Because that's what you get.
It's America. I like it.
And I've been there
not
twice.
ironically.
I think I've been there twice. I think I went one during COVID, just for fun because it was open, and then went to Charlestown for the classic. But I'm not gonna lie, like I actually love the Racino vibes. Like you can be inside the bar with all the televisions.
It was,
and then go outside, watch the races, and there aren't a lot of people there, so you're not fighting anybody. Like you literally can go right up to the winner's circle. You could touch the freaking horse if you wanted to, because the winner's circles are so small because they don't really care. I think that they're a great vibe, and if you want, usually they have hotels, so you can stay the night there and go gamble. Some of them have tables, like Indiana had tables. We tore up the tables.
Isn't Oaklawn that way too? Oaklawn's the same, right?
I've not been to Oaklawn.
I'm pretty sure Oaklawn's got the full casino attached to track.
It does.
And that was actually like something that I was considering going to at some point in the future, just because of that, because it's it's not just a horse race, and then you're in the middle of frickin' nowhere. At least there's the casino and hotel and all that together.
Well,
so
some people told me that the town that it's in, though, like the portion of Little Rock that it's in, is like a really cute kind of boutique racing type town. But then I've heard other things, so I don't know.
That's every city.
Yeah, but it's
Thistledown is great too. I had a blast at Thistledown. I went by myself.
Oh.
I don't even know where Thistledown is. Where
Ohio.
is it?
It's like 3 hours from Lexington.
And I grew up in Michigan and still don't know that. What city in Ohio? Cleveland?
No. Well,
no, it would have to be south if it's only 3 hours from Lexington. It would have to be what, around Columbus?
I'm pretty sure. Hold on. So this
probably like Canton or something then.
Thistledown.
Yeah,
It's
Oaklawn is in
Randall.
North Wrangell?
Randall.
Oh, Randall. Okay.
Come on, we got to get a map. We got to get a Google map on that to figure out what big city that is. It's not Cincinnati, because obviously that's right across the pond, right across the border. Yeah. Cleveland. That's what I said, Tom. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's basically the Cleveland area.
For TDN. Okay. Yeah, I had a blast. Like the casino actually is really, really nice. If I ever did it again, I would stay the night. Casino was really nice. they really don't do too much for racing hospitality, but go inside to the bar, the casino, and then go out and enjoy the races. And like we said, like half of the people bet on their phones anyways. They do have windows. If you go for Ohio Derby Day, I would bet on your phone because they have like 4 windows. And so people are in line after the last race for days to cash their bets. But it was great.
Yikes.
It was great.
I
And
will
the average-
say
The
I'm
average
going
person there
oh,
takes
go
a
ahead.
half hour per window visit. So
I will. I'm planning a trip. Well, I'm all Bree knows I'm planning a trip up to Assiniboia this year, but I'm also planning a trip up to Canterbury because I have up in Minnesota because I have 2 friends of mine who just moved to St. Paul, and what's funny is I went over to see them because they lived here close to me in the DC area, and went over to see them. And my buddy who I went to grad school with is one moving up there, and his longtime girlfriend's going with him. His longtime girlfriend is the meekest, mildest person you could ever meet, like super quiet, very intellectual, very smart. I started talking about horse racing. Her eyes lit up. She's like, "Can I bet money on this?" And I'm like, yes, you can. And it turns out she like loves to gamble, and she just like loves like nickel slots. And she's like, "Can I just like bet $2?" I'm like, yes. I was like, take $20. You bet $2 every race. You're gonna be good to go, and you're gonna have a great time. And so she's so excited. They moved up there, and I told her, "Oh, there's a track really close to where you're moving." And so now she's like, "Well, you have to go up this summer, and we're gonna go on the track together." So she's like super excited about going up to Canterbury. So I'm gonna head up there. Should be fun. Yeah.
And unlike any other gambling, for
Yeah.
$2, it's a long shot, but you could actually make a bunch of money on $2 if you get lucky with a trifecta or something like that. Whereas, like, betting sports or, other forms of gambling, $2 is hard to make anything out of. But with horse racing, you can actually do it if you get lucky and you're right. But
We had one Kentucky Derby that we went to. It was like a group, I don't know, of like 6 or 8 of us went to a restaurant and ended up watching the races at the bar at whatever. And we did $1. So you throw in there, you would select your horse, and then whoever finished closest to the front would pull the pot. And we just kept doing that. We had a freaking blast doing that as a group. So that's always fun for people that, if you just want to bet a little bit and have a rooting interest.
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be
We
awesome.
usually do something like that with the with all the Triple Crown races and the Breeders' Cup too. So it's always fun to pool some money together and root together.
Yep.
But let's see here.
I made my buddies a lot of money this year on Santon on the Kentucky Derby undercard because I was all over Santon. And I remember my buddy, like, I didn't even know he read my picks column and like listened to it. And he just texted me out of the blue, like, caps, 8 exclamation marks, like Santon. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were betting, but I'm glad. He's like, I put $100 to win on that horse. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't advise that, but like, do it.
Uh-huh.
I think was he 8 to 1?
8 to 1. Yeah.
That's right.
No, he paid
So-
off. Huge.
So my other half works for a big company here in Lexington, so they get one of the suites at the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
So I get to go as arm candy for that. So this year went as pregnant arm candy, and little do they know that like I'm a degenerate gambler. So here I am, like dressed pretty and pregnant, and I'm over here like betting, not talking to anybody because my head's in the program. And then I had Santon, and then he won, and I'm sitting there by myself, like hitting my knee, like yelling at this suite. All these people are like, "Who is this person?" But it was worth it. Good
You
money.
weren't supposed to be that excited.
I don't. It was. How can you not win? And he came from like back. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He
And
didn't
it was
look.
you,
like
and
he was
it
gonna
was your
win.
boy. It was your boy Tyler riding him too, and I know how
Mhm.
much you love Tyler. So
Yeah, Tyler's a good one.
He
He's
is a good one.
I love Tyler too. Nice kid.
All right, so they're in the paddock. So we've got 4 to 5 on the 4. I'm in charge now. The 8 that we talked about is 9 to 2, so a little bit of value on that one. Is there anybody else that people are talking about, either in the group or here? The other ones are out there compared to anything.
I have 8, 4, 7 in that order.
Okay.
I do like that 8 on top, and 9 to 2 is looking good. And to throw in a fourth one is the 9.
That's
I'm going
who
to
I
grab
have.
another beer.
The 9
Be right
is
back.
the 9 is the most used horse in this race on Stable Duel. 9 is
What-
being used by 42% of stables.
Shoot. And
Bree's
what,
got the
12
honor.
women?
Bree's got the honor. This is the finale. Bree, we're
Oh,
leaving it up to you. The pressure is on you. You're going to make or break this bankroll. No pressure. Oh, only winners in the cocktail lounge. You got this. We got faith in you. You're popular in the chat. Thanks for coming on, Bree. We're going to
Oh,
win here. Got faith in you, but we both like the 8 right away, so I think we're on the
You
same page.
do. I know. So I'm tempted just to like put it all on the 8 here, but so far that has not worked for me in other races.
Yeah, but it's been a short night. There's only been 5
I mean,
races.
the 8 in the 8th race. I mean, come on. Like you got to, crazy 8s. You got to go for it.
Be right back. I need one more Yingling.
All right.
Colin, you
I-
like the 8 too, right?
The 8 looks strong. I would agree with that. Yeah, I think you're in a good spot there. I was looking at underneath. The 4 looks tough too. You could go 8 over the 4, 9, or you could just do 20 to win in place on the 8.
What's the 8's odds right now?
It was 9-2, and I
9
was
to
just
2.
looking at it.
Yeah.
All right, so the 4 last time out, you got second by half a length. The Vegas Princess, which was not put on that card, chased willingly too wide. The race before that, I mean, it just
Outclassed, maiden special weight.
yeah. So race before that, similar level, second by neck again, and all different jocks. Went off at 60-1 for that third race back. Damn.
That'd have been a nice place bet. Everybody
Where was
complains
that
about.
in this Express?
Yeah.
This Virginia bed. I mean,
4 jockey, 4% jockey.
yeah. And so go back to 8 here. Got a 9% jock.
8, 9, baby.
I mean, the horses run a heck of a lot more, right?
I love that angle.
What, the 8-9 or what?
No, like in these main claimers, the horse that's raced the most, the horse that's lost the most.
Yeah. I almost got an 0 for 20 home the other day at Gulfstream Park. I was like, I really like this horse. I know it's 0 for 20, but she's going to run well. And she lost by like that. It was a photo loss. And I was like,
I immediately looked at the 7, who's 0 for 31.
I mean, the interesting thing about this 8 is they can't seem to hold her together.
right.
And I hate to say it like that, but that's usually what happens when they wait so long in between. Is that
Yep.
right? Wouldn't you say that? So November,
Yeah.
January. So last ran January 11th.
Although it's promising that they're wheeling her back now. I
Yeah.
mean, because you're right. Like it's at least a month. I mean, she kind of went a month in between starts in May, June, July, then goes on the bench, comes back in November, then kind of goes back to not quite the bench, but it's 6 weeks off basically till January 11th. So the fact they're bringing her back is maybe a point of optimism.
You would think that the race on the 11th would not be that hard on her. I mean, she broke 5th out of the mix. She closed to 3rd.
Yeah, and she's going 4.5 furlongs. I mean, yeah.
Oh man, do we stick with it? I think we're gonna stick with it.
How about the
I like
6? How about the 6? It's only raced 3 times. 2 of those races were maiden special weight, so those are pretty big
Yeah, I like
step up
this
in
6.
class.
Yeah.
Comes back at a maiden at this level. Is 4th place finish, but only 2 3/4 lengths back, and was in the 6th path, making a late bid at the 4.5 distance. I kind of the extremes. You either take a horse that has raced a ton, or like I would love the 5 if the 5 was in this race, just because everything else is crap. So I like taking the one that maybe they'll pop.
Yeah.
I kind of can make a case for the 6.
Not helpful, Colin. You can't bring horses that aren't even in the race to our analyst right here.
We were just shitting on the 8, so I thought we were trying to find someone else.
I do.
Like was my only pick, and now I'm like backpedaling.
I was
That's the
following your
type of
lead.
contest new to me.
I
I was
do.
following your lead.
Colin, I'm with you. The 6 does look interesting. I also usually like this kind of breeder, trainer, owner, being the same person. I like people who are doing that. So they're really invested in the horse and are going to, do what's right by the horse. So, and I think they're, if I'm not mistaken, coming out of the same race that the 8 came out of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just finished a little bit behind. So
A neck behind.
Marla said it all, baby. We're all winners in the lounge. That's right. Building camaraderie in the industry. Building
Well-
some winning tickets here.
Brian, you just missed Colin just throwing it in. Now we don't even
Throwing
know.
the wrench in. What was Colin's take? Give me the hot take.
I'm surprised Brian keeps me around because every time I,
I love it.
That's his reaction. Oh, what now?
I love it though.
So the hot take would be take a look at the 6 here. We think
actually, the hot take that Colin bust out was take a look at the 5 who scratched.
Yeah.
That was his real hot take. Take a look at
this.
this 5 who scratched. He's never run before. I really like him. Can we get on him? What price can we get on this 5?
My hot take on the 6th is I have him ranked 6th out of 8.
Really?
Really?
Oh,
All right.
wow.
So now what's your hot take?
I
Wow.
think he's pretty good.
I think he's better than that.
Oh,
I'll let them do the speaking for me. See,
I don't know. I mean, lightly raced, first time at this level, finishes 4th by a little over 2 lengths.
Behind two out of these horses.
Yeah, I mean,
Do we really think the 4 should be even money or less right now?
no, the 4 should not be even money. No, I mean the 4 is good, but it's not that good. I mean,
I have
8
eight- I
career
have
races
eight
and only
horse
2
but
times
so
in the
far
money.
we've been proven wrong twice out of these.
It has been a chalk festival. But I do have 8, 4, 7, and then the 9's the interesting bomb here. But dude, I don't know.
The 7.
I'm glad that it's on Bree this time.
Oh my gosh! Stop it.
I can take comfort in that.
So
Here we go, Trusty coming at you.
7's out.
Okay.
7's out. Don't even bring that horse up again.
Ah!
6, 8, 9. Then I would have been 6, 7, 9. But if you're throwing the 7 out, I'm going to go 6, 8, 9.
I like that. I like that action, Colin. Like what? Is it exacta?
Well, if it was me,
Yeah, if it's you. I mean, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
I would do an exacta key box with that 6
Yeah.
and try to catch the 8 or the 9.
Yeah.
How do you throw
You're
the 4
tossing-
out above the 9? There's no way.
The 4, I just don't have trust in the 4.
Because we're trying to win money.
Over the 9? Under the 9? Excuse me.
Yeah, but then it's about catching something underneath at that point. And the 9,
Hold on, can we recap? What are you guys trying to bet here, Colin? What's
we're
your
just
bet?
looking at things.
Why are you
We're
blaming
just
me?
talking shit.
Because I
At
want
this
to
point,
know. I
we're
want
just-
to. I
we're
want to
just-
know how harshly to go at you. Just say what you said again. I'm not even trying to be a prick. I
Well,
misheard you. Say it again.
I started this conversation by saying, "Why don't we take a look at the 6?"
Okay. So what was
And
your
I said,
bet
I
though?
wish-
Like if you said if I was to bet, it would be what? Say it again. I'm sorry, I missed it. For real.
I was thinking that you would do like you've taught me this great exacta key box with the 6. So the 6 is my key horse,
Okay.
putting him with the 8 and the 9.
6 key box 8, 9.
And I would do an exacta and a try.
Wow.
Yeah, I do like that 6 more than. I like that 6 similar to. I don't know if I like him quite as much as Colin, but I like him, or her, I should say.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, this horse isn't going to be next to Loggins and Barbara Road. Don't get me wrong. I wish.
Yeah, Colin,
we
Colin,
had a
your
better-
Barbara Road takes have hurt your reputation, bub.
I wish
Nah.
we had a better. I wish we had a better jockey aboard.
Nah.
Sometimes in these races, you just, I like to just look at the best jockey.
Yeah.
There's not many. It's actually the one down on the rail.
We faded Boca Chica successfully last race. We can do it.
My boy, Boston boy.
So Bree, my hot take from the beginning, the first thing you said, and this was before this race was, it was 20 minutes to post. I love the 8 horse,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the 8 horse too. And you're
Okay.
getting 5-2 odds.
Ugh, people are betting it down. Stop it.
You're getting bet down,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's agreeing on anything underneath. Are we?
Not really.
No.
I mean, or it's spread. It's pretty spread.
I like the 4, 7, 9. You guys like the 6. I don't like the. I mean,
I do like the 6 now.
I kind of just go. In some ways, if I
It's
were Bree, I would just go send it in all on the 8, and see what happens. I know that's what we did when we were at Turfway, in that maiden claimer in the snow. Where we just sent it all in on a very chalky favorite. But it was like, this horse is clearly going to win, and the horse won. And we made all of our money back.
nobody's agreeing on the underneath horses. That's my thing. But I think we all do agree that the 8's in the mix, right?
Shoddy likes the 6, but is trying to convince everybody not to bet on.
I respect your game, Shoddy. I respect the game.
Forget the 6. He's lame. It's like Jimmy the Greek saying Secretary was lame going into the
We're
Derby.
moving the needle. He's down to the 8, 5-2 now. Oh, Cindy's going to 6 with a 2, 3, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Whew.
I know.
What are we at?
Here.
0 minutes to post.
We got Jake all in on the 8.
Interesting bet. And Bree is now in the mix into the cocktail lounge. Now she's getting the full experience.
All right. What are we
It's been a
doing?
pleasure to have you.
I do like the 8. I mean, I guess the argument is if we want to do something, if we want to go all in on the 8, he's just at 3
You
and
can
8.
spend that $42 however you want. You want to do a win place on the 8, a win on the 8. You want to do some combination of a couple different bets.
I'm pulling back the odds. If the odds are 3 to 1 go win, I would do a place there. So then I would do win, and then we can jazz it up outside of that if you want. So
Do that again, win in place or no?
no, I wouldn't do play. I don't do place anything underneath 6 to 1.
I respect that.
Personally.
Yeah, it's not a bad call, especially now that it's 2 to 1 on the 8.
So I would go win the bank card's up to 7, and then I would start to play with exactas and tries if we wanted to go there.
Well, we have a couple minutes, maybe 1 minute.
So what if we did 20 to win on the 8?
Okay, is that it?
And do we have to spend the whole bit or no? We gotta spend the whole bit, right?
No, you don't have to. I mean, we're down. We need to end up.
Tim with some high quality snark.
Today's the
20
day,
to
Tim.
win on the 8. 20 to win on the 8. Okay.
20 to win on the 8, and then why don't we do
$22?
Why don't we do the key try?
Ooh.
Is that what you do with an 8?
You can do it either way. A key box or just a key?
It would be a key box.
All right.
Okay.
8 is the key horse then? That means he's got to get
And
first, second, or
then-
third.
I would definitely do the 6 in the mix. I would do
Mhm.
the 4 in the mix, and then if you want to pick your other
Yeah,
7
pick
or
one
9.
more horse.
Yeah. I'd
7
probably
or
go with the
9.
Colin and I both like the 9 more, I think, right?
I like the 9 more too.
Yeah.
It's close. I actually had the 7 slightly ahead, but it's close. So I'm with you on the 9. The 9's a better price.
Okay.
And that's actually going to be a $1 trifecta.
Dollar
For 18.
trifecta key box.
What's that leave us with?
$4.
Fantastic.
It leaves us with 4.
Don't worry about what it leaves us with.
Yeah,
We're
it
winning
doesn't-
this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what it's going to bring back. That's
If
what
it
matters.
leaves
we
us
go.
with if it leaves us with 4, do $4 on the 2 to show. Or the 3. Somebody said 3 in the mix. They like that horse. Do
It's too
$4
late. They're
to
about to go. About to go off.
All right.
So we have a $20 to win on the 8, and we have a $1 try box or try key box 8 with the 469. Let's
All
get
right,
this
and
8
they're
up.
off. And the
8's
8
off to a
broke
great
pretty
start.
well. Yeah. The 3's up there, but no.
8
There's
and
the
a
4.
4, right?
9 on the outside stalking.
This could be good.
Come on,
It
8.
could be. Get this 8.
Yeah, they're going to wear each other out, it looks like.
Golly, the bumblebee in the front 4. Relax there, Chica. No, what are you moving now for?
I like the 8.
Come on,
I
8.
like the 8. Come on with his 8. Draw away.
9's
Come on, 8.
4's dying.
What's our
Yep.
try?
Come on with his 8.
All the way.
8 key box with the 469.
Come
Get
on,
up.
no
9.
7. We need
Ah,
the 7 out
7 is
there.
gonna be
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
well. What was the 7?
7,
I had the
9.
7. I had the
liked the
7
7?
third. I liked him, but
That was
I liked him third though.
that was my angle of the most raced horse.
Yeah, but you
That
also
is-
had the angle on the 6 and the whatever else too.
That is a 30 in the 32nd race of her career,
Yeah,
breaking the maiden.
I can't
7
be
to
mad at
1.
her handicapping for that. I wouldn't have had that thing.
Why is 6
Tim,
afraid of
where was
Because
Tim's angle on that one?
7, 8, 9.
Shoot.
I had 8.
Was it a
I had 8
7, 9,
4
8?
7.
No.
I had 8 4 7 9. Yeah, it came 7 8 9, didn't it?
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
They came
7.
7.
Came
7, 9, 8. 7, 9, 8. 7, 9, 8, 3, I think. I think that 3 got up for 4th.
That's gonna be a masterful trifecta if anybody hit that. Did anybody hit that one? I didn't
Like
see
that?
anybody talking a whole lot of 7 on top there. So that's gonna be a look at that super if you were involved in that.
Shoot.
Well, damn it. It looked good at the top of the stretch, or heading into the top.
Yeah,
of the stretch.
I was worried those two were going at it a little too fast.
Yeah, you were right. You were right. They were
Yeah.
dueling hard, dueling a little heavy.
I don't like to see horses like 5 lengths clear in a 4.5 furlong sprint going at each other.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
not-
agree.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
Orlando
Womp womp.
Boca Chica,
Sorry, Mom.
man. I mean, it is hard. It is hard to fade the Boca Chica fam.
I
down there
know.
at
Look at him
Bucktown.
waving.
Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna fade. I'm gonna fade off to bed here in a second. So,
Me too.
fellas, it's and lady, it has been real.
Yes.
I'm glad I was able to pop on for a little bit. I'm gonna head out, but sorry we didn't get some winners in the lounge. But we had a good time. That's the most important part.
Always.
yeah.
Camaraderie.
That's right.
That's what it's about. So, all right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
See you, Matthew. All right, we're gonna check out too, guys. We lost a rare loss in the lounge. We'll write it up in the history books. Shoddy
I'm
says we
not
got to
moving
turn
on
the 80
anymore.
cents into something. Hell yeah. Marla, thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for joining. We had a lot of people on tonight. So unfortunately we couldn't turn a winner tonight, but we'll do it next time. Bree, thanks for joining. Stable Duel. Anything else you want to promote, Bree, real quick, or no? We good?
I don't play this weekend. $6,000 at Gulfstream Park. Definitely worth a shot. The payouts are in the menu under how payouts work, so you can check what you get paid for each position, and then check the parks on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know a lot of people say don't play parks. I had a blast playing this week, to be honest. I think it's a fun track to play. So check it out this week and hit me up on Twitter. I like to talk to everybody, so I'm there.
And honestly, like Stable Duel is the place for parks, I think. I think it's way easier to play Stable Duel parks than it is to play parks like straight betting the races. Because it forces you to budget something out amongst the 8 or 9 races, because that is a tough track. I like parks, but Yeah.
Well,
so
I
that's,
think you end up seeing things because this is the other thing that worked for me. So I played Monday, all the races Tuesday and Wednesday. And when you do that, you see things like I will not play the rail unless the horse absolutely should win. I do not like the rail at parks. And if I would have just like tuned in and played, there were plenty of one post horses that I would have played. But after paying attention, I won't touch those horses. And so far, that has kept me in the green. So it's just stuff like that. You learn stuff by playing Stable Duel as well as paying attention to all the races, for sure.
hell yeah. Colin, anything to add before we go?
I think I'm the common denominator on the losses, so I don't want to hear about this.
It makes it more fun for me to banter back and forth. But you guys, thanks for joining. Always love to have this good group of people in the chat tonight. Thanks again, everybody. Bree, thanks for joining us for the first time. Colin, don't worry
Absolutely.
about it. We won't hold it against you. Orlando Boca Chica was a legend tonight.
The closer.
Don't
All right,
forget
y'all.
that next week if we play Charlestown again. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.